voice cut through your heart. The other side with Diane. Every title feels like a dare. Door creaks in your headphones. Feels like something's already there. Welcome to the night shift, where the shadows talk in detail. Scary little secrets in the pauses of each tale. If you feel a cold breath, you can blame it on the air, or admit you're not alone here on our channels. If you dare. Real talk with Diane and Gabriella. Yeah, we laugh so we don't scream. She's got theories about the ghosts, eating snacks behind your screen. If your lights keep flicking, it's just spirits trying to vibe. If your ex keeps texting, it's a demon in their mind. For real. Welcome to the night shift, where the shadows talk in detail. Scary little secrets in the pauses of each tale. If you feel a cold breath, you can blame it on the air, or admit you're not alone here on our channels. If you dare. You scroll past, but the title keeps calling your name. You laugh at Gabriella, then something moves off frame. Diane says, did you hear that? And your room goes still and thin. You can click away from YouTube, but the stories still sink in. Welcome to the night shift, where the shadows talk in detail. Scary little secrets in the pauses of each tale. If you feel a cold breath, you can blame it on the air, but you click play with Diane, so the other side is here to share. One more clip, one more case, you swear you're done. Yeah, right. Real talk turns unreal when the hallway starts to hum. Let the comments keep you company till the sunrise breaks the spell. Hit subscribe, stay in the circle. We'll keep your nightmares fed so well.
Well, hello there, everyone. Are you ready? Because we are going to have the show of all shows tonight. Aren't we, Gabriella?
We are.
You asked for it. You got it. Linda, I hope you're excited because you were one of them. She's waiting in the back. You know how I start, though. Our day today was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. We hit the 70s today. It's supposed to only drop down to 44 tonight, which is pretty comfy. We're currently at 64 and it feels like 64. We have another few days or so coming up yet with great temperatures, great weather. And to end the great day here, you know who's waiting behind stage. Is everybody excited? That was not a very good drum. That was not, but the excitement in the house. We got Miss Angelina waiting in the background. We are excited. So let's bring her on in right now. And we're going to unmute her. And Miss
Hey, what's up, ladies?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
That doesn't know who Angelina is, what life are you living? You should be knowing who she is.
Oh, Abby's in the house.
Abby in the house. Be squared in the house. Paranormally blonde in the house.
Wow. Oh, look at this hat.
Holy shit, look at that.
Oh,
look at that.
That's cool.
That is very cool.
You guys
I want one of those coins too.
She's got t-shirts too.
Yeah.
That match and yeah. So
I sneak in on the background a lot when they have their show and that going on. I might not always say something on there, but I'll say, "Hey, they're on," and I'll go check them out and everything. But
I
yeah.
talk through the whole chat when I'm on there. I'm like, "Ah, la, 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 la." Hello, everybody. Hello, Robin. Hello, Cactus Moon. It's so nice to see everybody. It's been a long time for me since I've been on a podcast or a guest on a podcast, and I'm
They've been
so glad
asking
that you
about
guys
you.
asked.
Yeah, they've been asking about you. I know Linda said, "Why don't you have Angelina on?" I said, "I want to have Angelina on, but Angelina needs time to recover and she's doing her own thing. Once I think the time is right, we'll have her on." And you said, "Show, put me on there." And I said, "Cool now." So
I'll never say no to you, Diane.
I know I love you to death. You are the most awesome person on earth.
Oh, thank
So
you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys too. I
we
do.
know you do. We know you do. You're awesome. We're still trying to work something out. A lot of it's going to depend on Tom's schedule, Tom's checks, but we are, if it can't happen here in June, hopefully it'll be shortly after, but we are trying to get out that way to see you, and you can show me some of the stuff out that way. Maybe we can get a cemetery investigation in or something. So
I might be seeing you before you see me. There's something I didn't tell you.
uh-oh, what didn't you tell me?
So we know that I'm going to be doing, and I always say it wrong, the Emis Asylum by myself for 48 hours in October. Well, I just today got asked by another team to join them at Penhurst in September. I mean,
Ooh,
sorry, November.
ooh.
So I know you guys are a little distanced away from there,
It's
but I'm
not too
thinking
far from
about
me.
going. It's not too far. So we need to meet up.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, I think their spots are open, but I
Okay.
will let you know. So
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that when I go to Penhurst, I'm either going to see you before or after or both,
Okay.
before
Cool.
and after. So
Oh, that would
maybe
be
we can
awesome.
conjure up an investigation over on your end while I'm visiting you.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think you would like right now the places around. Of course, the jail is fantastic. I mean, it's a cool place. I'm not even sure if he would let us in there right now. Just, I mean, if you can hurry up and change the locks on the doors. I don't know if he would even let us in, but regardless, it is a very cool place. I think Crescent Sanatorium would be one that I think there's been a lot of stuff going on there. And how could sanatoriums, yourself, they're like a must hit place. So,
Creston's always been nice. I've been there twice. It's been good. I can't say I've captured any paranormal evidence, but just the history is wow, So if you can book something, then I can do an investigation with you guys before Penhurst or the day after Penhurst.
well, we know Brittany. We get batty with Brittany. She knows the Crescent better than we do. And then I know Dark Hollow. So I don't know. Maybe we can meet with Brittany and Dark Hollow. So maybe we can set something up. Say, hey, set something up for us and Angelina. Maybe we can do that.
I'm
I'll
gonna
get a hold of
take off
Brittany
my
and see what maybe she can. And then there's some places in Johnstown opening up now that Brittany is working with. There's the Flood Museum, the train station, the Discovery Center. So there's some new ones now that's just going to be opening up over there in Johnstown. So
nice, nice, nice. I just tried taking off my glasses and then I'm like, I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing.
it's so funny because I'm supposed to wear glasses and I don't. And Tom never got a prescription for glasses, but it's funny because he always teased me. And then now I'm seeing him and he's looking at his phone or something and he's going like this. And I'm there like, aha, like you made fun of me enough and look at you there, dude.
I know. I got a pair of glasses for up close, and then I got a pair of glasses for far away. I tried the what are they called? Bifocals. I just
Oh,
could not get used to those, and I'm like, screw this shit.
yeah.
No, got to go.
Yeah,
It's
I
got to
think
go.
that's the
But
biggest reason I don't wear the glasses that have a prescription to, because they did have bifocals on them and I just can't get used to them. I just can't. So if I would
yeah.
get another, I just get like the Dollar General and Dollar Tree just for reading if I need. But so far,
Mhm.
I'm not. I'm partially blind, but not that bad. Where like I'm like Tom, like whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, right. I need a phone as big as a computer, right?
I'm pretty sure I'd be fine.
Hello, Ghostly Eclipse. How are you?
That is Abby, Angelina. That's our
Oh,
Abby.
what's up, Abby? Abby, Abby, Abby. Y'all starting to play the trombone now when trying to read to the labels.
What?
What? What you talking about, Cactus? I didn't understand that.
I'm a little confused myself. Actually. Well, we still love you, Cactus.
I think she means the difficulty of like it would be hard to learn how to play a trombone and it's hard to read. I don't know.
Hi, Carly. How are you? So, Angelina, let's rewind. Let's go back. What
Okay.
got you started in paranormal? Like, did something happen like when you were a kid that piqued your interest, or did your interest in the paranormal and this type of thing come into play when you were working at Post Town, or like fill us all in on that?
So my journey into the paranormal definitely didn't come because I've seen anything paranormal or had anything paranormal happen to me. I grew up Catholic, so we didn't really touch that kind of stuff. They teach you in catechism and all that. Stay away from it and respect the dead, don't investigate stuff like that. So I could have maybe had something paranormal happen to me growing up, but not have noticed it. But what got me into it is I moved to Ohio for a little while to fish with Bass Pro, and my roommate says, "Hey, the school down the street is haunted." I'm like, "Stop with the bullshit. There's no such thing as ghosts and spirits and demons and shut up." No, Angelina, come on. So I'm like, "Let's go. Let's go to this school. Let's see what's going on." So we go down to the school. There's signs everywhere. No trespassing. I love to trespass because I'm also an urban explorer and I hit these, abandoned buildings and so we're there. I got my camera out and I'm walking around and I'm filming and I'm like, okay, this is boring. Nothing's happening. The most exciting part of this is that I'm trespassing. So the next day I get up, I look at my camera, what I recorded, and I seen something. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm standing here, and as I'm standing in front of the school, you see two little figures just come across my screen.
Is that the clip that
And
you just showed recently on?
no,
Oh, okay.
no. So I'm like, prior to seeing these two little figures come across, I was like, did you guys hear that? I heard something that just didn't. It was in the bushes, and I'm thinking, okay, it's probably an animal or something. So that's what I stuck with. So when I watched the video back and I saw these two things coming, I'm like, "What the hell?" And then the video keeps playing and there's a bush and I see like little things that look like heads pop out of the bush. And as I walk by, they go back in the bush. So I'm like, "Whoa, this is crazy. What is this?" And
Wow.
these two figures that came across my camera, I still have it. They're crouched down and they have, like, it looks like they have dunce caps on. Back in the days when you were bad in school and they put those dunce caps on you, those
Yeah.
cone things? So I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I go to the school the next day and I say, "Look, you can call the cops, you can do whatever. I trespassed all over your property yesterday. I didn't go in the building, but I trespassed all over the place, and you might wanna see this." And I show it, to the caretaker, and he's like, "Yeah, probably a couple of kids, spirits from the school and stuff." And I'm like, "This isn't blowing your mind or nothing?" And he goes, "This place is haunted. Do you?" So he explains it to me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But it mystified me. I was like, what the fuck? I kept thinking about it. So a couple weeks pass by and it's Christmas Eve. And I get in a fight with my roommate and I'm like, it's fishing for Bass Pro is not worth fighting with anybody. So I'm just going to head back to Massachusetts and give up this dream that I've had and finally got picked. That's a big thing to fish for Bass Pro as a woman. So the caretaker from the school knew that I was going back. He's like, you can't miss that opportunity. Why don't you come move in at Post Town? And I'm like, okay. So I moved into the school on Christmas Day of 2017 and stayed there for 8 months. I studied the paranormal. I worked with God knows how many teams. I knew that building blindfolded, and I seen some things and heard some things that intrigued me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get into this paranormal stuff. And I jumped right in full force. And I think the best thing for someone like me who is a skeptic, because I'm still skeptical, even of my own evidence, I think that was the best thing for me to do because I got firsthand training from many of teams and just learned what the paranormal was about. And what made me stay in it was I'm afraid to die. So I thought if these people sit here and are telling me that we can speak to spirits and we can ask questions and they're going to answer us back, then maybe this will help my fear of dying. So I want to ask the question like, do I get to go wherever I want to go when I die? Here we are 9 years later almost, and I've never got an answer to that question, but I'm still seeking it. So that's how I got into the paranormal by trespassing. I don't suggest people do that because some people will
Not in this
have
day
you
and age.
arrested or shoot you. But that's how I got involved in it. Yeah.
But
And,
I
and
like that you said you're still skeptical. I mean, and I
oh
think
yeah,
that's what makes a good paranormal investigator. You kind of have to go in saying, hey, okay, I might experience something, but I'm going to kind of dismiss it unless I can put that big question mark by it, like, because there's usually an explanation for what you're seeing. But
mhm,
like in your case there, when you're seeing these shadows or whatever walking by, and then you go out and the caretaker says, oh yeah, those are the spirits
yeah.
because this place is haunted, that kind of almost like verifies that you did probably catch something. So I
And
mean, I think
it
well,
was crazy because it was like looking at these things that I was looking at on my camera were like looking at an X-ray. They were in the color of an X-ray, the black and white.
oh
And I'm
wow,
thinking, what the hell? And to this day, I'm still like, what the fuck? And
yeah.
I've had an experience at Post Town where I stood there one day and I talked to two older people in their 70s and 80s, and they didn't say one word to me. They just kept nodding while I was talking. And we go to start the public investigation, and they're nowhere to be found. And I'm like, wait, where's the older people at? They're gone. They're missing. I still to this day cannot figure out why these people, spirits, ghosts, whatever, showed themselves to me.
But
Every day I think about this. Every
you
day.
it probably was a ghost, and it's weird because I've watched some of these shows where they'll show like a caretaker or a security guard literally talking to somebody, but when they review the CCTV camera,
Right.
there's nobody there, but they're clearly talking to somebody, and they'll come up and they'll say, well, who were you talking to out there? Because there's nobody there. And they're, no, I was talking to this sweet little kid
Mhm.
or whatever. And so that sounds like what you
And that's
experienced.
what I did. I was with Ventures Paranormal, and they were doing a 3-day investigation. And when people went there, they'd like to grab me because they're like, "You live here, you're a trigger." Blah blah. I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And I said, "Look, we got to find these people." I made them put on every single light in the building. I called up the caretaker on my cell phone. He was at the other end of the school, and I said, "Hey, check the CCTV footage. There's two older people that I can't find. The guy has a gray chino jacket on. The lady has a nice little white knit sweater on." I said, we're going to search the building and you look. He went all the way back till 12 o'clock that afternoon and nobody had entered the building
Yeah.
except for myself and Ventures Paranormal. And then when I saw, because I didn't watch the paranormal shows before all this, when I saw a video like what you just explained, I was like, that's what the caretaker told me. I watched the video, and Angelina, you're just standing there talking to somebody, but I don't see nobody.
Wow.
I watched the footage back, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No, that
Like
doesn't freak your freak.
That would be crazy.
it still freaks my freak,
Yeah.
like so. Just like
Linda has a question there. She said, are you still into urban exploration or mainly into paranormal exploration?
So
Or
I do
both?
both. I do both. I do more of the urban exploration because it's free. Sadly, it's free
Yep,
because I'm trespassing.
we like free.
And I like going to places that are abandoned because I'll go in, I'll bring equipment sometimes I won't. And after I leave, I'll research the place that I just went to. And if I did bring equipment, a recorder or something, I'll listen to it and see if anything resonates with what I might have captured. So it's never quite happened yet, but I love urban exploration. I've done that since I was a kid, but never thought about it in a ghostly sense. Just like the adrenaline of going into an abandoned building. I mean, if you come to my city, we have abandoned buildings everywhere in the lower part of my city. So it's like we did all that as a kid. We went to asylums that were abandoned and stuff and spent the night in cemeteries, but never thought about the ghostly stuff because we're Catholic. So, but yeah, I do both. Probably, yeah, more urban exploration because it is free.
It's
It
funny
it costs a
because
lot of money.
where I grew up at, matter of fact, it was like the first job that I got. There was a shirt factory, and when it closed down and got abandoned, it was before I got into I always had a fascination of the unknown, paranormal and everything. But we
Mhm.
snuck in, we broke into that building and went, and it was creepy as fuck. But we weren't into paranormal investigating or anything at that time, or hell, I bet you there would have been a crap load of stuff in that building. And a sad thing is, I think it's tore down now. So even if I wanted to go back to my hometown, I'm trying to get into our school back there because I know our high school had some weird shit going on at it because there was a room up on the top called the Crow's Nest, and you always got real uneasy feeling there. And then down on the very, very basement floor, which used to be an old bomb shelter area,
Mm.
and that area was all creepy as heck. And so was our auditorium, to be honest with you. So they just recently moved all the kids from that high school over to the middle school now because they renovated the middle school. So there it is sitting empty. And I'm there like, if I can contact the right people, maybe.
No, I wanted to go in and explore my old middle school, Peck Junior High School, and I was like, okay, the kids are gonna get out in the summer. I'm gonna go. It's not abandoned, but I'm gonna do the wrong thing. Well, they tore the damn thing down and built a new one. So there goes
And see, that's
that.
the same as my childhood home. I wanted to go back and
Yeah.
see it because it sat empty for a while. And they're like, I know that house. I grew up in it. And here they tore it down. So, the backyard area, there was a lot of weird shit going on there. Because, matter of fact, when I was young, my dad was telling a story about when he was a little boy. And he said he would always help his dad in the garden in the back. And one day he got home from school and he went up to help his dad in the garden in his back. And his dad says, "Son, you need to go in the house. I'm dying. I'm going to die." And he said it freaked him out, and he ran in the house scared, just as they were pronouncing his dad dead in the living room. So I'm there like, okay, like if that's not freaky shit, nothing is.
I'm trying to read what Sarah from Paranormally Blonde said.
Angelina schooled me on my live on Post Town School that was on.
Oh,
Oh, really?
so and
Yeah,
you know
tell
what's
us about
funny
that.
is I had no clue. I didn't know Sarah then. And I didn't realize that I did that to her until just a few weeks ago when she brought it up on a podcast. So when you live in a haunted location, and a lot of people can't say they do, it's rare, and it's a great experience, and I'll never do it again. But I got attached to the school. I was not like, stop telling the wrong story, stop faking shit. So Sarah was in there investigating, and I was watching it, and I think they were in Miss Johnson's room or something, and they were talking, and I politely was like, "Miss Johnson's not dead. She lives 2 miles down the road." I think that's what it was about, but I I schooled her. It might have been that, I don't quite remember, but people would go to Post Town, and I'd be like, in the comments, "That didn't happen, that's a lie. Why are you saying that?" Like, so that's yeah, but I never knew it was Sarah until now.
She
So,
goes, and
I
I
was
love
very
to learn
passionate.
she goes, and I love to learn that Angelina's journey to paranormal started in Post Town. I never knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But see, that's
Post
like,
Town is special. Um, Post Town for me, out of all the places that I've been since, you can really capture some amazing EVPs there. And some things happen that you just can't explain. For instance, one day, me and my friend Angel were cleaning out 2 rooms that weren't open. One is called the Red Room, and then it had the room next door. And when we were in one of those rooms, we were in one room, and then in the Red Room, all of a sudden we hear a smash. The lights just started falling from the ceiling. And we're like, what is going on? And the more noise we made and the more we moved stuff, the more crazy stuff happened. I mean, we got these big school windows open. We're throwing junk out the windows. All of a sudden, the door's slamming, lights are falling from the ceiling. And it was just, it's, you know, the caretaker tells some lies about that place to get people in there, and he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that. That place.
so I'm going to ask you the $1,000,000 question then. You are a skeptic, but you know you've experienced stuff. So would you actually then say, would you call Post Town haunted? Or
I
what
would
would the word?
I would call it a residual haunt. That's what I would call it.
Because
No
property.
no one died at Post Town except the caretaker's mother, and his wife's father died there, and I lived in one of those rooms for 8 months. Some really weird stuff happened in there, but I mean, I think it's all residual. So nobody died there. But the thing about Post Town people don't know, is because they don't do enough research, is the story is there was a train wreck, and there was a train wreck. And the story gets told that the people from the train that were hurt were laid on the property where Post Town was built before it was built. That's a lie. The school was a mile and a half away from where Post Town School is, where they changed it over to, moved it, whatever. So when they built Post Town, they found a body. They found a family of 8 buried under the ground.
Oh,
Now, back in the
sure.
days, people used to bury their family on their property.
Yes.
So these 8 bodies, this family, they were exhumed and moved up to a cemetery up the road, and then Post Town was built. So for me, I think it's a residual haunting, and I think it's from the family that was buried underneath the school before it was, they were there. Because what I've learned in my religion is, where we lay, our soul stays. Even if we're moved, our soul stays there. So I believe the souls of that family of 8 are still there. And I believe the hauntings that happen there are residual. And I believe it has to do with that family of 8. Now, I did extensive research on this family, and I found who they were. And I found that they did live on that property. And I did my own investigations while I was by myself at the school, and I would name their names, and little things would happen, you know?
Mm.
"Hey, I'm gonna call out this guy's name, Bill, slam a door," and then I would hear a door slam somewhere. But I would still stay skeptical about it because I didn't trust the caretaker because he told false stories. So I'm thinking, is he watching me in CCTV and he's hearing me say, "Hey, if Bill's here, go slam a door," and then the door slams? Because it was always in a distance where things were happening. They weren't happening around me, they were in a distance. So that could be one of the reasons I'm still really skeptical, is because I know a little too much that happened there that shouldn't have happened. But yeah, I
It is
do
good to
think
be
it's haunted
skeptical.
in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
that's
if we're not skeptical, then what's the point?
yeah, yeah, I agree. Linda
You know?
said, what are the main problems that occur when you do live in haunted location?
So for me, and I don't think it's caused by the hauntings. I think it's caused by my own mental state of I'm in a haunted facility. What's going to happen when I close my eyes to go to sleep? So for me, it was I had bad dreams. I had dreams of murder. I had dreams that people were being murdered every
Mm,
time I closed my eyes to go to sleep. Um, but when I left to school and would go sleep at a friend's house for a few days, I didn't have those dreams. So it played into my mental really bad. I lost a lot of weight. There's a picture out there in a video, and you guys will be like, "God damn, Angelina looks like a crackhead." Like, it really played with my mental, or I played with my mental, believing in things that were told to me and then having that fear. There's a video out there of me crying when I first was staying there because a door opened that they said cannot open by itself. And I even tried the door, it stays locked. And I'm like, holy shit, it opened, and I'm crying. And so I would never live in a haunted location again because it does mess with your mental stability. I had to take a year
yeah.
off after that.
And you're still skeptic after experiencing all
Yeah,
that.
because now I look back at it because, you gotta remember I was new into it, so I
Right.
believed everybody, So now that I look back at it, I'm like, "Okay, that could have happened because the CCTVs. It could have been the caretaker playing a joke on me or doing something." So, unfortunately, I'll never know, but those 2 people that I saw there, 3 feet away from me, standing by a case where they put stuff in, I will never forget that, and I cannot debunk it.
No, no, and
Why
you
was
got
it
your
there?
CCTV proof showing you're talking to somebody.
But my mind still tells me, maybe the caretaker erased it. Maybe he did something to the video. But I know he couldn't have because I
No,
was right there when he started playing it and rewinding it? So
yeah,
that's something I just don't wanna believe probably because that's scary. That for me to still think about it 9 years later, and I could tell you exactly what these people look like to this day, what they were wearing, everything.
wow, that's
Yeah, and I
incredible.
believe it was the parents that were exhumed from under the school with their kids.
Now, the people that was underneath the school, were they from the train accident or what did they
Nope.
die of? Do you
They
know?
they lived on the property. That was their property at one time in the 1700s, and as they died, they just buried
Okay.
on the so no, they all died of natural causes.
Wow.
And eventually over time, grave markers got moved, things, got pushed away, whatever. And God, thank God the person who found them buried there. Thank God,
Yeah.
because can you imagine being in the ground and you got this big ass skull sitting on top of you? Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be cremated. I'm not going in no coffin, but
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's the same as me. I want to be cremated. But that is, and there's too many places when they're building, they'll move tombstones and stuff like that, but they'll still leave the bodies there. They won't move the bodies. And I just find that very disrespectful. If you're gonna, whatever the case may be, move the bodies. Don't let them there. That's just not the way to do it.
It's funny because
Shannon,
we have
go
a
ahead.
cemetery here real quick, and my Aunt Gail's, a lot of her family's buried there, and, she always is telling me, "Lena," because they call me Lena, my family, I need you to go to that cemetery over by that McDonald's where my family is buried, and I need you to find out where they are. I'm like, what do you mean find out where they are? Don't you know where their headstones are? She goes, I did, but we had a flood and all the bodies came up and the headstones got moved, and I'd like to know where they are. They might be living with so and so over here at this plot. And I'm like, Auntie Gail, I'm
Oh
not
my
doing all that.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, true story. It had a
Oh,
flood and then they just buried them back wherever. Some of the
oh,
originals are still there, but some aren't. And
yeah.
apparently her family's not. Yeah.
Wow. Sarah had some comments on here. And honestly love that she corrected me. It needed to happen. I mean, I certainly don't know everything about every place I go. Some of what we use is just what was told to us, which is usually the case to most of the places. If you don't do your accurate research or nobody tells you the honest truth of that, you're kind of there blindfolded. And if you are saying or do something wrong, it's good to know when somebody corrects you and say, hey, wait a minute. That's like right now with some of the stuff that's being told over the jail, and that they're saying it half-assed backwards, but hey, we're not associated, so that's not my point, my part anymore. But you have to be accurate when you're giving your stories and telling your stories, because people need to know. They need to know that. She goes, when we were there investigating, we slept there, and the next morning we were doing more investigating and found a cigarette butt on the back stairs. No, it was not there the night before. So could
I
somebody
know
be in the building? Or
Well, I know that the caretaker, Daryl, smokes. So there's a possibility that it could have been one of his cigarettes.
would he have been in there, you think, the night before, though? Before they
Oh
got in
yeah.
here?
Oh yeah. He walks around the school. He talks to the spirits. He checks, makes things are functioning, things like that. Like there's a story going around about a little girl named Sarah there who fell down the staircase and died. That's not true. That never happened. And I don't give a shit who's watching. He told me that himself. I have it on audio. I'm like, why do you make up the story about Sarah? You don't have to do that. This place is something's already wrong here. It's already haunted in some kind of way. So there is no little girl named Sarah who fell down the staircase there. No child died in that school. Just two parents died in that school from the caretaker. That's it. There's been accidents out in front of that school where children have died, but no little kid fell down that staircase. No
But
little kid.
you get to these places and
And
they're
I believed
cool.
them the whole time. So I searched for Sarah for 8 months.
But that's what the problem is you get these places that has this incredible history about them, and every place doesn't have to have somebody falling down steps or dying in the building, because most places it might not even be the building, it might be the land that the building was built on that could hold some residual spirits and stuff and that. So why, I don't understand why these people have to elaborate, because they're already going to get the people showing up because they're just fascinated by the building in itself. Like
That's
I
what I
just don't
feel about the
understand that.
Conjuring House. I
Yep,
don't think the Conjuring House is haunted. Maybe the land is haunted, I think, because if we're allowed to go back to where we want to go when we die, if I lived on that property back in them days, I would want to go back there. It's beautiful.
it
It's
is.
fucking beautiful,
Yeah,
So, and there's only one known death out where the Conjuring House is, and it was from a guy who was drunk and froze and died sleeping outside because he was drunk.
right.
Like there's no stories at the Conjuring House of anything, nothing. And the Andrea Perron stuff, I don't believe none of that. Uh, If the phone is, if she says she comes in the house, every time they came home, the phone would just be off the hook and hanging in the air. Where's the pictures? You
Yeah,
lived there in the 80s. Where's the pictures? Where's the picture of the refrigerator that kept hitting your sister in the head every time she went to there? Like, I don't think I trespassed there. I'm going to say it now.
where didn't you
And
trespass?
all this shit's been going on with the Conjuring House, and it got closed down from Jacqueline, and I trespassed there. I went in that house. There's nothing. That house did not scare me at all, at all. But the
Wow.
grounds did. The grounds
Yeah,
scared the shit out of me. They made
yeah.
me have the heebie-jeebies. So now
It
everybody
is.
knows I trespassed at the Conjuring house.
Your guilt, it's out now, Angelina. I'm telling you what. Like, this is confession night, I guess. Where everybody's
Yeah.
going to confess. Sarah did finish on that. She said, which made me wonder who else was in that school with us while we were roaming around. And like you said, maybe the caretaker did sneak in when they were there that night, and they didn't even know it. Linda has. What are good sources of information?
So good sources of information are factual events that have happened at these places. Um, I don't go. I listen to people when they say, "Hey, I went here and this happened and that happened." But I want actual factual information, and I will research before I go on an investigation. There are some times where I won't research before I go on an investigation. Like for instance, when I do 2 days at the EMS asylum, I'm not gonna research that place. I've never been there. I'm just gonna go in blind for 2 days. And then I'm going to go over all my recording and pull out what I can pull out and sit down with the people who take care of it, Bill McDonald and them, and say, hey, look, here's what I got. Does any of this match to the history of this building? So good sources of information are newspapers, news reportings, factual things, you know, that's at least what I think.
Yeah, so we like going in blind too. We don't like to know a lot of history. We went into the Portage Museum, and we looked at it right off the bat where they're like, obviously you allowed us to come investigate because there's something going on here. Don't tell us anything. But if we pick up on something, then you can say, well, hey, that reminds me of this happening, because we were walking up in the top part, and I don't know what it was, but I kept on getting like the feeling that somebody by the name of Robert kept on wanting to talk to us somehow. I just kept on feeling Robert. And she didn't say anything, but she kept on giving me a weird look. And right as we ended that night, she said, hey, Diane, she said, do you remember how you kept on saying the name Robert? I said, yeah. I said, why? Does that mean something? She said, yeah. She says, up in that area that you were, she says, we talked to somebody up there by the name of Robert, and he used to be apparently somebody associated with the train station part of it. He was I think she said an engineer or something. And they're like, I don't know how that came about or what the whole story was, but it was just kind of real strange that she did confirm that part of it. So
Yeah. And things like that, like you can find out if people worked on the railroads or I know I say it wrong because I'm from Massachusetts, or were driving the trains, whatever. Do you drive a train? Yeah, you drive it, right? You're on the tracks. Like, so I don't know. But yeah, research. Like some people, I know a lot of people that don't research any of the locations they go to. For me, I can't do that because I need to know what I'm going to go in and ask. I need to know what I'm going to go in and say. I need to know things, you know. And sometimes when I go in blind to see if I've captured anything that relates to the location I was at. So, yeah, good sources of information aren't always from people's mouth. Just go
right.
get a book, look for the news reports. I mean, I go to the library and look through archives. And it's just, you know, history, search,
Are
research.
you
I love research.
familiar with a man named Peter Law? He has a YouTube channel called Into the Fog. He's an investigative researcher. He'll tell these stories of these haunted places or these strange and unusual whatever. He did cover the Conjuring House. He did cover the Enfield haunting. Covered the Amityville. And what he does is he hears the story, and he's a skeptic. And he's also Catholic. He's very religious. And what he does, though, is he does his own private research. He actually goes and contacts each one of those people, including the witnesses, that individually. He meets up with them or does a FaceTime or something with them, and he talks to them, he interviews them, and he gets all their stories. And then he comes out as he's telling his story. He tells these accounts that he from these witnesses, which includes a lot of times police officers, military, council members, teachers, all these name people, and he tells their story and what they say, what they can recall that happened in a lot of these places. So I really like listening to that guy, because it puts me in mind of how you do your research, because you just don't stop at what you find yourself. If you can find a witness or something like that, you reach out and you try to get them to find out, okay, I'm curious, what exactly this person, what did they say? And when he looks in their eyes, or when you look in their eyes, hey, they look like they're kind of bullshitting me, or I have no reason to believe that they're not telling me the truth. So he takes all those accounts into before he does his.
I do that same thing when I go to abandoned locations like Chinook Air Force Base in Illinois. Um, it's a decommissioned base, and we trespassed. My team and I. They finally trespassed after I talked. I was like, "You guys are a bunch of babies. Screw you!" But I really wanted them to come because it's enormous, and we went and we continued to go every couple of weeks and not do any research on it and come up with these things. And I then realized that they have a museum for that decommissioned Air Force base in the same city. So I went to the museum and I talked to this lady, and she goes, "Oh, I worked there." She goes, "I worked for a general there." And she goes, "What do you want to show me? What do you want to ask me?" And I asked her all these questions. She said, "Yeah, people used to think that that place was haunted when there was soldiers there. Now they didn't see battle or anything there. It was like more like a training Air Force base where they learned telecommunications, how to build missiles, phones, and all that crazy stuff, nurses and all that. Um, and I met a lot of people that are still alive that went there and spent many years as a soldier there. And one time I remember Christina saying, "Every time we're here, I hear women moaning." And she's always in the same spot on the first floor. And me and Justin look at her like, okay, we don't hear the moaning." Like, whatever. So we're talking to somebody one day online, and the lady says she is hearing moaning because where she's hearing it at is where the soldiers' wives would be if they were getting ready to have babies.
Wow.
And they'd have labor, like go into labor right in the room. They deliver the baby in the room. So what Christina was hearing was she was hearing it. There was
Wow.
Yeah, and I couldn't hear it and Justin couldn't hear it. And then I said, well, maybe she's more sensitive to it because she's a mom. And we don't know what it's like to go through childbirth, but she does. So
Yeah.
yeah, I do when I go to abandoned places. Um, and I post it up, and sometimes people hit me up and say, "Hey, look, I used to work there." And I'm like, "Oh, can we talk?" You know? So I'm gonna have to check that guy out. But whatever resource you can find, look at it, read
Mm-hmm.
it, and go into these investigations and base your investigation off what you learned. I did that with the Octagon Hall in Franklin, Kentucky. I focused on a soldier named Edward who was shot, and he snuck into the house and crawled up into the cupola area. Cupola, how you say that? That little
Yeah.
thing on the top.
I know. Yeah.
Cupola, whatever it is. And he died up there because he finally bled out. So when we got there, all night long, all I wanted to do was go up in that area. We had to climb a ladder to get up there. Got everybody up there, and then they said, "Angelina, you changed. All of a sudden, we're looking at you, and you take your flashlight and you chuck it, and you say, 'Here's the gun.'" And the next thing you know, Angelina, you're just walking, and you were just gonna fall right through the hole instead of getting on the
Whoa.
ladder. Yeah, and I don't remember none of that. Just like 45 minutes of time I don't remember. And I'm still skeptical of it. They said that I
Yeah.
was, no offense to anyone black, but my friend Mo was with us and he's black. And they said I was mean to him. Like, why are you here? You don't belong here. You belong in the basement. Like things
Wow.
like that. They said I was at standing at a
Yeah.
Confederate flag like this at attention. And I'm just like, no. But what I do remember is when we went there and we crossed the threshold to get in there, everything in my body changed.
Wow.
Everything. I had feelings that I never had before. I was happy, I was sad, I was angry, I was mad, it was just, and then it was a nonstop night of chasing the things we were hearing. 16 hours of pure hell. Then the next day we found out that another team went in there and it got so bad that the caretakers had to shut it down that night and they had to go and have it cleansed.
Oh,
And
wow.
they shut it down for a couple days. So I'm like, maybe that did happen to me. I don't know. And the caretaker says it did happen to you, Angelina. Do you want to see the video? I'm like, absolutely
Yeah.
not. I do not want to see a video of myself
Yeah.
telling my black friend, why are you here? You don't belong here. Because
Yeah.
they had slave quarters there and they had the kitchens outside and the slaves would have to hold the food and whistle as they walked into the house so they knew that they weren't eating their food. So, I fixated myself so much on this one soldier that I put everyone in danger. I put
Yeah.
everyone in danger at that investigation because we were all up in this attic, cupola, whatever you call it, and I'm just like, "No soldier left behind." They said I kept yelling, "No soldier left behind," and they said
Wow.
Susan was throwing holy water on me, and I'm like, Christina goes, I told, "Don't do that. Angelina will get pissed." Like, I don't remember none of it. None of
Wow. But see, that's
it.
similar to what happened with Eric over the Masonic Temple. As soon as we entered that cigar room, something happened to him and he lost like 3 hours of time that he literally does not remember. And we didn't pick up on it, but more we look back on it, when we left that and we went to the museum, which was connected right to it, and then we went down to take a break. When we went down to take a break, he had the camera and he didn't throw it at me, but he kind of like shoved it at me and he says, "I'm done. I'm just totally done." And he like slammed it in my hand and we're there like, this is not Eric. What is going on? And we thought that either the guys pissed him off or he got mad at the girls because we were kind of laughing because we were getting tired. And but his eyes looked different. He just was not himself. And when we got to the last 10 minutes of the investigation and whatever happened to him and he came out of it, he went back to normal and he goes, I'm like kind of freaking out. He says, "How did I get here?" Where they're like, "What?" He says, "I was in the cigar room." And he says, "How did I get here?" Where they're, "Eric, that was 3 hours ago." And he said, "What?" He says, like, "I'm freaking out." He says, "I don't remember anything." And we had to tell him everything that happened. And he went to the bathroom. He was down in the break room. Abby said at one point when we walked from the cigar room to the museum, he had the camera in his hand at that time, and there was a glass like display stand. And she said he slammed that camera so hard down on that, she thought that he broke the camera, and she's surprised he didn't crack the glass.
Wow.
And Eric's not like that. And we knew something was different, but we didn't pick up on it. And then when he pulled out of it, he says, like, "How did I get here?" And where they're like, "Okay." And we called the investigation done and over with so we could figure out. He still does not remember anything. He went to sleep, woke up. He still doesn't remember anything. And I said, "Well, would you want to go back?" And he says, "No." He says, I don't know what happened to me. He said, "I lost 3 hours of investigation. I'm a little bit, he's still freaked out about it because he can't explain it. But we have even on camera some of the difference, like how he was acting from what he normally does. It was just crazy. So that's very
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah, that's like the issue for me. Like the only camera that caught what I supposedly did, and I'm not saying the people I'm with were lying. It's just something that's hard to believe, you know, because I said some pretty fucking mean shit, and the issue that we had that night is the minute we crossed that threshold, shit started. So we didn't record shit. All we got is hours and hours and hours of audio. We didn't have time to stop and do checks and base checks and all that. It just was going. So for me, it's like I don't believe it. And another reason I don't believe it is because I've never seen anyone go through something like that.
Yeah,
Like, I can tell, like, when my team members are off a little bit, feeling a little scared, or something's going on, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you? Are you okay? Do you need a break?" But I've never seen anybody lose time or not know that they lost time,
right.
you know? So, for me, I want to go back to Octagon Hall, and I want to see if the same thing happens, and this time be prepared and make sure we got cameras
Yeah,
running and like it we were outside of the Octagon Hall investigating the grave sites out there, and it's a big huge history of that place. We we thought animals were getting killed because they were screaming, but it was a cow and another cow having some sex. And let me tell you, it sounds really weird. The moos are like they just woo forever. Like so I want to go back. I want to go
well,
back
see,
and
that's
have
what I
that.
kind of wish Eric would go back so we could see if I'd hate to think the same thing would happen again, but if it would, so because we would now then know, okay, something's happening again. But he got so freaked out, Angelina, that when we told him what was going on and that 3 hours had passed, he was like so upset, almost in tears. And he was literally going up to everybody saying, did I hurt you? Did I hit you? Did I do something wrong? And where there, no, Eric, you were different and you were upset, but you didn't lay a hand on anybody. You didn't, harm anybody in any way. He said, "Are you sure you're not hiding anything?" He says, "No, where there, no, you got very upset, but you didn't harm anybody. We don't know what happened to you." And he's still to this day. He'll talk about it a little bit, but it's kind of, he says, "Mom, I've lost 3 hours of time that I have no clue. I don't know, have no clue
Yeah.
what happened to me."
I
So
don't even realize I lost time. Like I remember them all telling me what was going on and what I did, and I remember apologizing, thinking, "Why am I apologizing? I didn't see myself do this shit. I don't. What the? Are they all playing with me?"
yeah,
Like my friend Shannon goes, "I was about to pick up a gun and fucking shoot you." I'm like,
wow.
"It was that bad that you were gonna
Oh,
pick up the gun from the table and shoot me?" I mean, some paranormal investigators carry guns. We're females. And I'm
right.
like, "You were gonna" she goes, "Yeah, you were saying this to him, saying that to him, saying this, telling people to shut up." And I'm like,
Wow.
"No, no," So I want to go back. And
Yeah.
when I go back to Octagon Hall, I'm going to go by myself.
Yeah, but do you want to do that in case that happens
Yeah.
to you again? How are you supposed to pull out of it?
Well, I guess just have to see.
Wow.
Just have to see. I
Wow.
mean, it'd probably be smart if I had somebody out somewhere close to the
Yeah,
area.
I would.
But it's something I gotta find out for myself. Why are my lights blinking? I didn't even touch
Well,
the
you
remote.
want answers. I mean, that's why I kind of
That's
wish Eric
crazy.
would go back because I would think he would want answers. But I
I
don't
do
know.
want answers, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time believing it because the character they explained is not my character,
Yeah,
and I don't believe in attachments. I don't believe in possession. And so maybe my non-belief in all that is what's pushing me from believing that it happened. So that's why I want to go back and just be like,
yeah,
okay, let me go where it started and reenact what they said I did, throwing a flashlight, saying, "Here's a
yeah,
gun," and see what happens. All I remember from being up in the attic, the cupola that night, is my ears were burning. That's all I
mm,
I remember. That's all I remember. Like, I don't remember going off on anybody or trying to throw anybody down the hole.
yeah. See, that's how Eric was. He said, to be honest with you, Mom, he said after he realized, he lost that time, he said it was almost like when you take a power nap and you feel real refreshed, and where they're, well, honey, you didn't take a power nap and your whole personality changed. Like, he was angry, and even his eyes changed, and his face, he got pale, and it
was creepy.
Yeah.
Like when he came out of it, you could see his whole demeanor change.
Yeah, it was.
And it was like you could see the blood vessels in his face and everything. And you're just like, Eric, that was not you.
What you just saying that he said he felt refreshed, I remember at one point asking myself, why is everybody so tired? And I'm like,
Yeah.
and we had been there 16 hours. I was probably at the 13-hour point, that we were there, when I was like, why is everybody so tired? I'm all, come on, guys. What do you mean you're gonna take a nap?
Yep.
No, we got 4 hours to go.
When that happened to Eric in the cigar room, he said that he thought that he was going to wake up in the cigar room and have us all laughing at him, saying, why'd you doze off?
Did you wake up Sleeping Beauty or something like that?
But when he woke up, it was in the Egyptian room, and it was not.
Yeah, it was just, it was real
weird.
And he was back to normal, and he didn't know anything that happened. So, Linda asked, what was the hospital site that you investigated?
Oh boy, I've investigated a few hospitals. So, I've been to Waverly Sanitarium, Randolph. I've been to some abandoned locations, some hospitals. I don't know. Do I have a video up of it?
Linda, did she have a video? Did you watch a video or what?
I've been so many places, I couldn't tell you.
But
Hospital.
Said that's why she asked people if they have narcolepsy.
Yeah.
Because you can function on autopilot sometimes.
I have fallen asleep at investigations. I fell asleep at Pennhurst one time in the Mayflower building down in the basement. And woke up and the investigation was over for the night.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'll fall asleep when I was a young person drinking and partying. I'd fall asleep in a bar on top of a speaker, and they'd leave me in there until the morning time. I can fall asleep anywhere, but I don't have narcolepsy.
Yeah,
yeah. And that's what I think. Like, that I fall asleep there, and then they're still pranking me about this. 6 years later. Like, I don't know.
That would have been the first thing that we would have thought of Eric, but he literally, once we left the museum and we went down to take the break, that's when we first noticed something was odd. And he went to the bathroom, which he was in the bathroom for probably 20 minutes or more. And then he came down and he shoved that camera in, and he was just angry, and I'm done. And where they're like, what's wrong? And he says, I just don't have the energy, and I'm just done. And he was just, that his whole demeanor was not Eric. And then when we went back up, well, before we went back up, we said, well, do you want to just investigate with the girls then instead of the guys? And he says, yeah, because he was going to stay down in the break room where no, you can't stay down there by yourself. So he said he would go up and investigate with the girls. Well, when we got to the second floor, and where they're like, he started going with the guys, where they're, Eric, aren't you coming with us? And he looks at me like I'm crazy, and he goes, no, I'm with the guys. Like we never asked him that question. He didn't even know that we even asked him that question, because he was supposed to be with the guys.
And that even there, he wouldn't, I don't think he would actually say that. He would have said Charlie and Chase. Like, I'm going with Charlie and Chase. Because Eric's got that very, like, elegant way of speaking. And I don't think he would have just said, like, I'm going with the boys. So even looking back at that, we should have known, like,
something wasn't
right.
And plus, when we're doing our investigations, he asked, if we can't, nobody says anything, he'll kind of jump in and he'll start asking questions. And there's one clip where Abby passed him to go up and fix a flashlight for Chase, and because they were kind of having a little, Chase says, I know what I'm doing, and Abby said, well, no, I'm going to fix it. And as she passed Eric's sitting there like staring, like, we don't know what. And he didn't even look the same when he was just sitting there.
It looked like he was staring at the mannequin, because that was in the museum room. And he just sat down and he just looked like so mad and was just staring, I think, at the mannequin the whole time. And we're like, what's wrong with
Wow.
him.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, it was off. Linda said, yeah, it was the investigation on an old military base.
Yep. That was Chanute. Let me tell you that place was. I'll have to maybe put the videos up someday. I have the videos up, but I gotta clean them up. That place, something definitely crazy about there. I know one day I was there, and I think I have a short about it, and I says, if there's anybody here with us, please let me know. And the obelisk came back with standing behind you. And then I says, if there's anybody standing behind me, feel free to touch my right shoulder. And then all of a sudden we get, don't provoke us.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. So I get ready to do my thing. And Christina's like, I'm out. And just left me in this building. I'm like, what the fuck? I was scared. But we went to that place a lot. We went to some other places on the base that were abandoned too, that I probably shouldn't mention. But yeah, that place was fun. It's fun. Christina's actually going back to Illinois to see some friends in July. So I said, grab Justin and go check out the Air Force Base. Go back, see if anything's changed or if anything's different.
Yeah, it would be interesting to find out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It would. And I'm thinking too, like once I get better and I have enough nerve to drive, because I'm afraid to drive because of the AFib. God forbid I have a stroke behind the wheel or something, but I want to go back to that place. It was really, really, really cool. I'll take a road trip out there and grab some people and go. But the good thing about us going there is it brought attention to the museum that people didn't even know was there. And it brought attention to some of the soldiers that still live in the area. And we made a lot of friends and we learned a lot. We learned a lot. So it was really cool. I think we the first time we did an actual investigation there, we were live on somebody's podcast and we did 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just it was crazy. It was crazy.
B Squared says, always fun to wake up in strange places, but I don't think you have personality changes. You usually don't. You usually just wake up yourself pretty well refreshed, but he was not the same. He was wow, yeah, he was
and disoriented.
Yeah. Linda once again says, do investigations scare you sometimes?
So, no. I've never been scared except for the Bel Air house. I lasted 20 minutes when we first got there. We went to the basement. I lasted 20 minutes. I left because something happened. And I've never spoke to anyone about it, and I'll never tell anybody what happened. And I sat in the car for 12 hours while everybody else stayed there and investigated. That place scared me. Something happened that scared the shit out of me, and I'll never go back.
See, that sounds like what happened to Gabriella at the one theater we went to. It happened to Gabriella, but it was starting to happen to Eric, and it got so bad that it kind of threw her into a panic attack, and she just like broke down and cried, and we had to get her out of there. It was
it literally felt like something was behind me, stealing all my energy and getting ready to like jump me or something. It felt like there was a dark energy behind me, either watching or standing over me, about to just jump me and do whatever it wanted.
She was petrified. No. I've never seen it like that.
Yeah, I've walked into places, for instance, Stone Mansion. We did that for the 2021 World's Largest Ghost Hunt. I walked in there, they're giving us a tour, and we're getting ready to go through a door, and instantly I just had the worst headache. And I'm not a headache person. I don't really get headaches or migraines or nothing like that. And it was so bad, it brought me to my knees. And the caretaker, the tour guide that was there says, do you know right where you're kneeling down, somebody died here of a heart attack?
Oh, geez. Like,
well, do you have a Tylenol? Because I really had headache. But there's places that I've been to and I walk in, like Pennhurst. Every time I go to Pennhurst, I feel sorrow and I feel sad and I feel angry. And I don't know if it's because Pennhurst is making me feel like that, or because I know the history of Pennhurst and I've studied it and I watched videos on it. So it's hard to gauge, like, is it the facility or is it that I know the story that's making me feel the way that I'm feeling? But I don't know. I don't know. You know, there's a
I thought
skeptical
they were going
in
to
me.
tear that all down, but apparently they're already planning on
The data center
Paracon.
got denied. The data center got denied. They were going to
Wow.
turn it into some kind of data center, and it got denied. So
Yeah, because I would like, I know they have the Paracon scheduled already for next year. I wouldn't mind. We wanted to go to this year's, but I hate being the same old, and saying we just can't afford to do a lot of these good things that everybody is. So, like, we have to go on if somebody says, hey, you can join us, and we'll pay for the gas or whatever, because until something changes, it's hard for us.
So you know what you should do? You should call Pennhurst and you should say, hey, look, I've been wanting to come here for a long time, but I have a big family and it's expensive. It's $100 per person to go. And you could go by yourself, but call up Pennhurst. And I used to do this. I used to call up locations and say, hey, look, it's a little pricey. I want to go by myself. Can I come and do some volunteer work? I'll cut your grass. I'll clean windows. I'll do whatever. And I've gotten into a lot of locations just by volunteering. So Pennhurst is a huge place.
I know. I would love to go.
I'm sure they can find something for you to do to pay your way in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You'll make it. You'll make it there, girl.
Yeah. We're going to make it there sometime.
That's like you guys live close. So it's like people who live by Disney World. I've never been there and I've lived here 33 years. You know? So
yeah.
Don't feel bad. You'll make it when it's the right time to make it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not giving up. I mean, I know that'll happen. My fear is I'm 66 years old.
I went with Patty Adams from G Team Paranormal. She's in her 60s. The only thing she couldn't do was run really fast when the bat started chasing me. I took off and left her and everyone else in the dust, because I wasn't getting a bat in my hair, but I was just.
That was as funny as heck. I saw that video. It was so freaking funny.
I'm like, I'm going to go past this section in the tunnel and I don't care about that damn bat. I don't care. And then all of a sudden it came. And the funny thing is, right before I get to where I seen it, I look behind me and everybody's way, way behind me. I'm like, you're afraid of a bat? Like, and then here it comes and then I just take off. Like, it scared the shit out of me. It was like within inches of my face.
Yeah.
I've had a bat stuck in my hair before, so that's not fun.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. I've had a bat stuck in my hair. Where was I at? I was at Waverly. And I had a bat stuck in my hair. I was down in a death tunnel and had no flashlight or nothing. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm feeling my hair. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I come out and my friend's like, oh my God, there's a bat in your hair. I'm like, get it out. We had to cut it. And I
thought that was a myth. I always thought that was a myth, that if a bat will get on you, it gets in your hair and gets tangled. And I thought that was a myth.
No, that's why I wear bandanas on investigations, or I slick my hair back and I put a ponytail.
Oh, wow.
My friend Jill Cole got a bat stuck in her hair, I think at OSR, and they had to cut her hair too. I think it was at OSR she had it. Yeah. Yeah, OSR has a lot of bats. So going there is hard to gauge, like, was it a bat or was it actually a ghost?
Wow.
But yeah, bats are... And I love them. I see them everywhere I go. So I just stand there and film them like they're going around in circles. But that was like, wow, this thing is like, I'm like, what is that?
There was a massive one that flew over our head and over in the dungeon. I mean, that thing was huge and it went right over our head. And I'm there like this. I kind of ducked down because I don't like bats, but I'm not going to run from them. But had I known that now that that's not a myth, I think I would have thought twice about it.
Makes sense, though. You're going in there like area and you scare them, so they're gonna try to find everything that they can.
And I got long hair too, so that would not be good.
Yeah, note to self: if you go to Pennhurst or anywhere, put your hair up. Put your hair up.
Wow. Holy moly. I'm glad because I've always been told that that was just a myth. Like, hey, don't be afraid of them because they're not going to get caught in your hair. So, like, for now on, then if I know there's going to be a place with bats, I will have a bandana or something in my head.
Look at this curly hair. I got probably birds sitting in there somewhere I don't know about. I mean, it was a small bat, you know, but it was like, what the? I didn't feel it land or anything. And I just felt like, what is on my head? Like I thought some goo or something fell off the wall or something. And because it felt like rubber, kind of rubber. It was just weird, but I don't know.
Oh, my.
Never again.
Well, I'm glad that you filled me in on that because now I'm going to be very, very wary if I go into place.
And the spiders at Penhurst too. Don't sit down.
Oh,
they got
really?
some big ass spiders.
Oh, hell no.
Oh yeah, we were in a Mayflower building, and we were down in the basement part, and we were getting ready to sit against the wall. So we're all sitting there, and then Christina says, "Oh my god!" And we all look, and a spider looked as big as her face. We were like, "I'm not sitting anywhere, nowhere. I'm standing all night long."
Holy! Yeah. I say I don't like spiders. Like, were they like almost like tarantula size?
They were just big. There was all different types and sizes. I think I have a video where I'm going up the staircase in the Devon and you see spiders. We were even in Candyland, and I sat down on the floor and I looked down on my leg and there's a spider crawling up. I'm like, nope, time to stand up. Time to stand up.
Oh no. I don't like spiders.
Nope.
Someone asked if they have wheelchair accessibility.
Got it.
Yeah, Abby goes on here. She goes, so bring a flamethrower. Got it.
Okay, Abby, I will. I'll probably end up burning the place down, but I'll try it. You know? Cactus, yes. Some places do have wheelchair accessibility, but not many. Not
I didn't
many.
see that one.
Not many. I know when I was at Randolph, we spent Christmas night at Randolph. Randolph had a Christmas thing, and a bunch of investigators, we all went out there and spent Christmas there and had dinner together and everything. We cooked there and everything. And there's a lady in a wheelchair. So there is wheelchair access into the building, but as you're going up to the other floors, there's no ramps or anything like that. I don't know of any location that has wheelchair access fully throughout their buildings, but they should. That's a good thought.
That theater that was real, that had a fire in it that you were at that time, is that all restored now, or what's going on with that theater? They
are working on that thing every day. There's new updates every day that is coming along, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
No, what are they going to do with it? They're going to allow people to go in it, or are they going to use it as a theater again?
They're actually bringing it back to life, and they're going to modernize it. And yeah, they got it's going to be so cool. The orchestra will come up from under the floor.
Whoa.
And when the orchestra is not needed, that's extra seating. It's going to be beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I was thinking about doing something there this year for Gay Pride and having another ghost hunt, but with my health, I just couldn't obligate myself to anything. So I'm gonna probably, when they're done, call them up and say, hey, now that it's finished, can I come back in and investigate again? Because when I did the investigation and we did the thing we raised money for them, one of the staff members came with us. And she got a little scared,
Oh, really?
We were hearing whistles.
Whoa.
We're like, first it was like there's nothing going on. We're like, maybe it's not haunted, and then we thought to ourselves, well, let's role play. Let's do what people do in movie theaters. They talk loud, they throw popcorn, they interrupt other people. So we did that, and then all of a sudden we start hearing whistles, and it was just so crazy.
Wow.
So crazy.
Well, yeah. I know when I saw your videos of that, I'm telling you what, that place just looked totally amazing. I'm there like, I want to go there. It looked absolutely breathtaking. I bet you it was amazing when it was in operation.
Yeah, and a lot of the original stuff, like the wallpaper, it's not wallpaper, it's actually silk made by the Skinner family that was very prominent here. And just a lot of the artwork and stuff, they've got all that restored back to where it
Wow.
was. It's like a lot of original stuff in there. And all the seats that you sit in are being refurbished. I believe they said by inmates at a local jail. They're refurbishing all the chairs and stuff like that. So they're keeping it as much of the real stuff in there as they can. Even the old marquee that's outside the building. I heard that they found
Wow.
that and they're restoring that too. So that's a place like where I heard my parents talk about going to and how they snuck in and stuff. And by the time I was coming up, it was closed, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I know it looked magnificent when I saw that. I'm there like, wow. You can only envision in your head how magnificent it was when it was actually in operation, because it was just amazing. Even though you see part of it that was burnt and everything else, and it was amazing. So it just, I'm trying to see if anybody else said. I don't think I missed any comments on here. Cactus said, I wonder if they can make adjustments in pricing if someone can only have partial access. See, and that's one thing of our group too, and that's why I ask people. Normally when we go, depending on how far we have to travel, like if we have to travel and we can't afford like a hotel room also, we can only do like maybe a 6-hour investigation, or say, hey, can we only pay for a partial night because we can't stay the 8 to 12 hours or whatever a normal investigation is. A lot of them will work with us. So it's just why I don't think anything's totally out of the question for us. It's just a matter of us being able to work something out and get to these places.
I mean, I threw a public investigation. We threw a couple of them, and there was a time that there was a gentleman in a wheelchair, and the fee for everybody was $125, but we knew that he could only be on one level. So we let everyone, all 15 people know, like, hey, this one person coming is in a wheelchair. They can only make one level. Do you guys mind paying a little extra money and them paying less because they're not going to get the full? And no one had a problem with that.
Yeah.
No problem. Hi, Laura. She's back. Can you guys hear my cat meowing?
I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
She goes in and out of heat. Like every time I go to get her fixed, she's in heat and they can't fix her.
They were talking about calling those spiders vampire ticks and stuff like that. So be squared.
Oh,
okay, Cactus. I thought there was a different worst East Coast tick.
No, Cactus.
Oh boy.
How she'd be more scared of the vampire tick
than
the spider.
I don't believe in vampires.
Yeah.
But if they're real, I would not mind being one because I'm afraid to die, so I want to live forever. Someone comes suck my neck.
Yeah, and some of the research that I did on them, like I know, like in Las Vegas and some of those places like that, not to bash anybody where they live, there was some gangs, cults, whatever you want to call them, that would get their teeth altered and everything, and they would not necessarily go and bite humans and that, but they would rob like blood banks and stuff and that, and they would drink blood and get into, and they call themselves vampires.
Saw a video the other day.
That's crazy.
Of like an interview or something of them talking to supposed vampires.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to believe it because we already know that aliens and insect people and like all these crazy things exist now. So what makes you not believe that vampires can be a thing now?
Well, you don't think people were into cannibalism either in our country, but then you got like
every Dahmer pops up.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, how about that? How do you pronounce his last name? Ed Gein, whatever his name.
Ed Gein.
And then yeah, and we watched a show last night. I think it was on Mr. Ballins, and he was talking about this one lady that was killing people, and she boiled their head and ate everything in head. her favorite was to eat lungs. She said they tasted the best. And yeah, like, well, she was a little old lady. She looked like she was a sweet little old lady. And she was saying how much she loved killing people because she loved the lungs. They were delicious. And they're like, oh.
I mean, look at that plane crash. I don't remember when it was, but the people were eating the people who died.
Yeah.
I probably would do that to try to save myself, but
yeah,
just want to go kill someone just to eat them.
But that's a last resort thing. That's a matter of survival. Like, how far would you go to make sure that you survive? It's not something, I'm going to go out and, I'm going to eat somebody today,
I think the butt cheek would probably be the best piece of meat.
All that fat on there.
Or the thigh, depending on how thick.
A nice, healthy breast.
Make some butt cheek planks. Nice, healthy. Every time I go to KFC, I always laugh. I'm like, can I have a biscuit, some fries, and 2 breasts? And I'm like, God, I can't believe I got to say that. I just crack myself up and they're like, ma'am, 2 breasts? And I'm like, 2 breasts. And I'm like, can you please make me stop saying 2 breasts? I want 2 breasts. Do you understand that?
I would have been a smart ass. I would have said, well, don't you already have 2 breasts? Well, that's like, did you ever hear that joke where they say you go into a grocery store and you go up with like some drumsticks and you go up and you look at the cashier and you say, I got this pack of drumsticks here, but do you have the front ones? These are the back drumsticks. Do you have the front ones? And see what kind of expression that is.
I've never heard that, but I would be like, what?
Yeah, a lot of people will do that just to see if the cashier will pick up on it, like, ma'am, the chicken don't have
nowadays. I fear that they wouldn't even get it. They just go in the back and literally look for the front drumsticks.
They go to the manager. Do we have front drumsticks? You're fired. You don't even know your job.
When I was working at a Dollar Tree, this is way off topic. When I was working at Dollar Tree, we had it was not the one I was working to. I went to another one, and the cashier had to literally go and ask her manager if she could accept a $2 bill, and the manager refused to take a $2 bill. She says, no, that's not legitimate. Where they're like, it's a $2 bill. It has even on it, this is legitimate, currency. This is legal currency. And like a legal tender is how they have it on there. Their manager refused to accept $2 bill. Like, wow. Come on. B Squared said, if people are vampires, why can't they suck one another's blood?
I think according to the
they don't have blood, right?
Well, according to the interview that I heard, the vampire, like if you get changed into a vampire, you can still suck other people's blood, but there is literally like a group thing, I guess, like a private vampire app where they get people to donate blood to them. And the only way that another vampire can bite a person is to turn them into one. They're not like allowed in the vampire world, I guess, to like suck the blood, kill somebody.
But we're talking about vampire as an occult, not these people actually believing that they have immortality.
Well, it might not be. I don't know.
I mean, what do they do? Eat animals? Like, isn't that what What's His Face did on Interview with a Vampire, Lestat or whatever his name was?
Yeah,
I think they did say like they drink mostly animal blood.
Yeah,
but they will have people.
Like, that's why they'll rob the blood. Yeah, they'll either donate or they'll rob blood banks. Like they'll watch for people to go and put blood in the deposit slots and stuff and that, and break in there and get them out. That's what I was reading on. Yep.
I'm feeling a trip to Rome is needed.
Oh, I would love to go to Dracula's castle. Oh my God.
I was thinking about going to see the Pope.
Oh well. Dracula's castle anyhow is in Romania. So, but yeah, I think I would love to meet the Pope. I really would. B Squared also says, do other states learn about the Donner Party, a wagon train that got stuck in the mountains and resorted to cannibalism? I did hear about that story.
I think I read about that somewhere.
Yeah.
I've never heard about that.
Yeah.
Now that's going to give me something to do tomorrow. Look it up.
That is like the story based on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's supposed to be based on some true events that happened deep in Virginia or West Virginia?
Oh, I don't
in the
remember.
mountains of one of those two states, and that they found out that they were actually killing people and grinding up their the meat from their bodies and that and putting it in their chili. And that's what made their chili so famous. But I don't know. I guess
I'm never gonna eat again.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So let me see.
Wow.
Laura has, according to folklore, apparently vampire blood is not sustainable. That's why they go for live blood.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, since you're technically dead when you're a vampire or like immortal, something with your blood is different, and they can't drink it.
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's insane. Let's see.
I don't know if I want to be a vampire now.
Cactus says, do they only teach about that in the Western states? I don't know.
Oh no, I live in Eastern.
Yeah, me too. So I don't know, but and then B Squared goes cannibal chili. Yeah, that's how I guess the whole lore and some of the story behind the Texas Chainsaw Massacre started. That they found that they were grinding up and using it in chili. And yeah,
what's even scarier is that people are going to like grocery stores and finding what looks like human hands and feet and legs in their like meat aisle. There's been a lot of reports.
Where are these grocery stores? Remind me not to go to those.
There's been a lot of reports. I was actually going to do a video on that one sometime.
Oh my God. I'm going to stop ordering my groceries and start going to the grocery store now.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. Well, I was telling them the other night on here, they didn't believe me. Well, I don't know if they didn't believe me, but they thought it was kind of funny when I told them we were talking on PDX's show the other night about spotted dick and faggots.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a very interesting episode on there.
Thank you for reminding me, because I'm going to order some spotted dick. I want to try it.
So do I. I want to try it too.
I watched that Balin girl try it on that TV show, the girl with Tourette's. I love watching her on TikTok and stuff. And she was eagled. She tried the spotted dick, and everyone I've seen try says it's good. The 90 Day Fiance girl went there and tried it. Yeah. As long as it's not a real dick, I'm good.
When I think I looked it up, or Emmy looked it up, wasn't faggots like a stew or something like that?
Well, they call fags a cigarette.
Yeah. My ex-husband used to say, "Hey, I need to go to the store and buy some fags," and I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And he was over in Germany in the service and that, and he says, "Well, that's what they called cigarettes." I said, "Oh, I didn't know that." I mean, yeah, that's what they call cigarettes. So, yeah.
Do they even call them that in Germany? I don't think that's right.
I know in Britain and in England they do, but I apparently he said that they called them fags when he was in the service. So I don't know. Maybe it was some of his fellow soldiers or something that happened to be from
maybe they picked it up from somewhere and just decided to start using it.
But my ex was weird. Anyhow, he kept on arguing with me. Like he had really bad teeth, and he only had a few teeth in his mouth.
Yeah,
he kept on arguing with me that he kept on choking on his food a lot when he ate, and he kept on saying he talked to one of his friends, which they made fun of him anyhow and that, but he was talking to one of his friends, and his friend convinced him that he had a hernia in his throat.
What?
I said, you can't get a hernia in your throat. He said, he should know. He was in the military. He told me I have a hernia in my throat. I said, you can have a herniated septum. You can have a hernia where a hernia is supposed to be, but you can't have a hernia in your throat. And he says, well, you calling him a liar then? Because he was a medic in the military. I said, he was making fun of you. He wanted to see if you were gullible enough to fall for it. And you did. And I said, your problem, reason why you're choking on food all the time is, number one, you don't chew it enough. Number two, you don't have enough teeth in your mouth to chew it. So you're choking on it because you can't chew on it. So
Diane's like, I'm going to go there.
They do not call cigarettes that in Germany. It's Kippa and Lupa.
But like I said, though, it's probably some of his military buddies that was in the service with him that was stationed in Germany was probably from England. And that's probably sense. Why. But he would, but he brought it home. Like he was Lulu. He was.
I was like, I know that's not right because I never heard that before. I knew it was in England.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like
thousands of times.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Laura said in the UK it's referred to as a fag, a cigarette.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we have some interesting topics that we've had here lately between.
I'm gonna go suck on a fag.
You don't post on that fag. Jeez. And we're gonna make some spotted dick.
That's like I was on a podcast one time, and I think the lady was from Ireland or Scotland, somewhere over there, and she says, "Yeah, come on down, and we'll have fun, and we'll do some crack." And I'm like, "You do crack?" She goes, "What?" And I said, "Crack is a drug." She goes, "No. It meant we'll do crack, like have fun, have a party." Like I'm like, these people are inviting us to Ireland to smoke crack.
Yeah.
I can do that right here in the United States.
Yeah.
I don't need to pay a big expensive trip to do that. Not that I smoke crack, but damn.
Yeah, say that online here in the United States, and you'll be having somebody knocking on your door saying, some of these people were just watching you live online. We're breaking in because you're smoking crack here.
FBI, open up.
This is the FBI, open up.
We're gonna SWAT Angelina's house because she said she smokes crack. God, that's crazy.
Well, I told you what happened to our house that we had down in South Carolina the first year. Not when we moved back here permanently now, but when we moved back for 1 year. Did I tell you about what happened to our house down there?
Yeah.
Because it got raided.
A while ago.
Yeah, it got raided. And well, the people that they were going to rent it and they were going to eventually buy it. And we were here in Pennsylvania, and we got a call from our next door neighbor. Ironically, her name was Lena. And she calls me up and she says, "Hey, Diane," she says, "there's police all around your house down here." Where they're like, "What?" And she said, "They're like dressed all in white, like hazmat, like or whatever, like a SWAT team and hazmat, like in the white uniforms." And they're like, "What?" She said, "They're coming out with bags of stuff, like white stuff. And there's 2 young teenage girls that they just came out with them. And they're like all around your house." And we're like, "Oh shit." So we had to hurry up and make
cocaine behind.
Well, from what we think, when we went down, we had to evict them because apparently they were dealing drugs in the house, and underage girls was there. And when we moved back down, because we didn't want to lose the house, in both of the bathrooms, like the one bathtub was like all black, like they were cooking something in it, and the other one had like black and that all around the bathtub and on the wall. And it was even the porcelain and that on the tub was like pitted. So we think that they were making meth or something in the bathrooms or something.
Wow.
So we had to evict them, and we had to stay down there. And we were down there for like another, I think, 2 years or 3 years before then we sold it to move up here.
And I was told by the little girls that I babysat that they were doing rituals in the dining room.
that explains why Gabriella is. I mean, we had a lot of activity in that house down there. It was getting really, really bad before we moved out, and yeah, there was a lot of strange stuff there. So, but well, we are on an hour and a half. Does anybody have any other questions for Angelina? Because we don't want to keep this woman here up too late because she needs her beauty sleep.
I'm feeling it, but if no one has any more questions, we should tell them what we're about doing.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Start.
No,
start.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you.
Angelina. So everybody. Stay tuned. Keep on watching Angelina's channels. Watch our channels.
Oh.
What was that? What?
Behind? I thought someone was behind me, but it's my chair.
Well, your chair's been freaking me out the whole time you've been there because a certain way that you turn on it and the way the shadow catches it always looks like somebody's standing behind you. And they're like, I'm kind of looking like this.
I'm like, who the?
Yeah, that's what I've been watching off and on. That's her damn chair.
I know. I kept on looking at it too. It's like she moves to the side.
Yeah.
Maybe I should put some orange stuff or tape or something on there. I don't know. That scared the shit out of me. Oh my God. Go ahead, Diane.
So everybody stay tuned. Keep on watching Angelina. She'll have updates. I will have updates. Angelina and I are going to be doing our own podcast. It will be starting probably at the end of June, right? It's going to be called Two Women Unsupervised. And we will be on Sundays, most likely 8:00. We're going to make sure we will keep on discussing it, make sure that time is good for everybody. And we're going to be talking about everything and anything on there. And there's not going to be any holds barred on there. So you might be surprised.
Except for religion and
politics. There might be on occasion, because, every now and then you can't help yourself. And some of those things sneak out a little bit, but we will try to avoid them like the plague. But we're going to have a blast, guys. And we're, tune into that channel. We'll be making announcements every week up till that day. So, we've been talking about this for a good year now. And then Angelina had her health issues and scares, and she really needed. I think she needs this now more than anything. I think she needs this because we need to keep her mind off of her health. I think it's going to be fun. We probably will have this one here on occasion with her crazy conspiracy theories and little devil does the catwalk and Betty Woo Star and her little big foot and all that kind of crazy. So, but we're going to have a good time, guys. So join us there. Tell your friends to tell their friends, tell their friends to tell their friends' friends. Keep it going.
It's going to be a brand new YouTube channel. We're not using any of our current channels. It's going to be all brand new, and hopefully we'll have a sizzle reel coming out soon. I'm going to send Diane a little script, and hopefully Gabby can convince her to film so I can put a sizzle reel together. I have the script.
I'll have Gabriella film it.
Because, it's really hard to find. Look at Gabby looking at you side-eyed like, yeah, right.
She knows. It's just me. It's like I was talking to you on the phone that, my self-esteem sucks so bad. And it's like I told Angelina, I said, well, then why are you doing these YouTubes? Well, I explained it. It's for the kids. And so they have something in the future. Even this channel with Angelina, it's not about, it does help my self-esteem, but it's about hey, when the kids look back, they say, hey, look, and this channel here, it was her and Angelina. Look how crazy they are. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. They're going to have something to look back on, and we all will have good memories. And I think we have a good thing coming up, and I think we got a good chance of having a super good channel. I think somebody said
totally unfiltered.
Totally unfiltered, yeah. So like I can have a potty mouth when I need to. The kids say sometimes that I have Tourette's. And Linda asked which channel. It's going to be a whole separate channel, Linda. It's going to be a whole new YouTube channel. So, and it'll be most likely be Sunday night at 8:00. So
the channel name will be the name of our podcast.
So just look out for that.
I'll try to have the YouTube channel set up by the end of next week, and we'll start promoting out the channel.
And I'll keep on.
That's why I need the sizzle reel done. So they have something to look at until we start the podcast.
Just send me what you want me to do and say or whatever, and we'll figure this out.
I'm going to send it to you tomorrow, and Gabby, she has 1 week to get it to me.
Gabriella, she cracks her whip at me when she needs to, and I'm there like,
I know.
Yeah, you saw. Yeah.
Why like you think I'm telling her like, Gabby, please, I need your mother. It's not a lot of big parts, but the sizzle reel, you know. So B-Score said, what's it? A sizzle reel is just a teaser, a small teaser of what is to come. Kind of like when you're watching a TV show and they show you what's coming on the next episode. That's kind of what that's a sizzle reel.
And I will keep you guys updated too on the other side and Real Talk. Each time we do something or something new comes up pertaining to that podcast, I will announce it on our channels when we do our regular shows. But I'm looking so forward to it because now instead of it just being talk amongst me and Angelina, it's going to be a thing. It's going to happen, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to go wild.
And uncensored.
And definitely.
You all know Angelina's got a mouth too.
Mouth of a Diane can have a mouth yeah.
I think I'm going to bring out a different side of Diane. Her kids are gonna be like, "That's my fucking mom, bitch." Yeah, she's a badass. Because I know deep down inside, Diane's got some grit and some fucking little ghetto somewhere. Like,
the kids know that. Yeah, the kids will tell you.
She's a firecracker when she needs to be.
Yeah. Just don't get me fired up, because if you want to see the real Diane come out, and especially if it's pertaining to my kids. Oh, I can get very colorful. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna fire you up. I want you to give. This is gonna be unfiltered, so people need to see every side of us: happy, sad, mad, angry, don't give a fuck, whatever.
We'll have to cry together. We'll have to have a tear jerking episode where we're crying over something. Gabriella and I already had that right at the beginning of when we first started. Yeah. We both had a couple like crying episodes, and where they're like, okay, we said raw and uncut, you're seeing us at our most vulnerable, so we're not hiding anything, so it's gonna
we're even gonna bring in random people on a live. Sometimes we're gonna have an open podcast where people can click the link and we can bring them up on stage and see what happens. Because sometimes that's fun. You can get doing shit like that.
And they can cut loose too, and they can let it all come out.
Cactus said, "Sassy Diane will be fun to see."
I thought you saw Sassy Diane there, Cactus. Haven't you seen some of that already on our show?
Diane kind of got a little sassy when we were at PDX. I saw a little side of you I've never seen before.
That was a fun show. That was really a fun show. Yeah.
I heard swears coming out of her mouth, and I was like, "This swears? I didn't even know that."
No.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, there's some curse words definitely comes out. Like I said, you have to get me at the right moment, and it depends on what topic we talk about, and just what mood I'm in. I mean, yeah, you'll hear that. You'll see all of my.
I'll make sure to talk to Gabby and say, "Hey, look, what topic should we talk about that fires your mom up?" I'll be utilizing your children.
Well, you know what topic will get Gabriella all fired up. Look at her eyes now already. Just say Palm Beach Pete. And
Palm Beach Pete.
Yeah.
I watched that again the other day after she was talking about it on your live. Like, it would be nice to have Gabby. We should incorporate Gabby somehow, like, because I love how you talk about facts and you bring things up. And I was telling your mom today, I said, Gabby's like a Snapple bottle. You open it up and there's a fact right there. Like, I love that. Like, and the shit you come up with is like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yep.
Like, so maybe we'll have her open the podcast with one of her theories or facts or something, and then we'll just go off about it. And she'll just sit there like, are they fucking kidding me? Are they really? We'll see how we
can. I think that would be great. Buttons. Because her conspiracy theory, some of these things that she comes up with, I don't know how in the hell in her imagination she comes up with these things, but like Betty Woo's
they make sense.
Like her little theory of how Wendigos came about on the little island. And one of my favorites was the claw-footed, dark-eyed children, black-eyed children. Like how did they get claw feet? Well, you know, they lost their foot in an accident and they needed like a prosthesis. So the kid said, hey, Mom, I don't want a foot. I want a claw. And they're like, okay. So, yeah.
You know what the first thing I want to talk about is, and I don't know if you've heard of this creator, because he's really been pissing me off with many other people, and now it's on top of my head, I can't think of it. Charles guy, James Charles. Yep. James Charles.
Oh,
I was going to make a video, but I think I'm going to wait for us to do our podcast because I got some shit to say to this motherfucker.
Oh, this one here, that's another one. If you want to get her riled up,
he burns me.
James Charles.
It's funny because
let's make that our first podcast.
They're calling him Jimmy Chuck.
Jimmy Chuck.
That's his new persona, Jimmy Chuck.
Jimmy Chuck corn, and I don't care.
They put out another apology video. Like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares what your publicist wrote for you to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's literally only because he's losing followers.
You know, if you don't say it to begin with, you don't say it to begin with if you didn't mean it. It won't come out of your mouth if you didn't mean it to begin with. So don't even think of coming back trying to apologize because that shit don't work.
Yeah. I really liked how the lady from Spirit Airlines held herself when she talked about it. She held herself good, like, damn, you know, Palm Beach Pete.
I don't forgive him. She's like, I want.
Maybe we should make Gabby our producer, and then she picks what we talk about every week.
Oh Lord,
she definitely knows what gets me fired up.
I know. I'll be inboxing her.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we're gonna have a blast, Angelina. I am so looking forward to this. I know that there's
a long time coming.
It's just we're just gonna have such a good time, and I have a gut feeling that we're gonna do real well on it, and we're gonna have good guests and great subjects, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
I know that one of the podcasts we do, I've already talked to somebody. I don't want to give away the surprise to you, but it is somebody famous that is going to join us.
Is it somebody I like?
We talk about this particular thing. No.
You don't? I don't like this person.
No.
Is it Kenny Biddle?
Remember, uncensored. Oh no.
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 Yeah, no, and I want to get,
it's somebody famous that you've talked about.
It's nobody.
And I can't believe they agreed to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you really got my curiosity piqued.
I don't feel like I know who it is.
Who do you think? Who do you think?
Text me, Gabby. Gabby, text me and I'll tell you. Yeah, but don't tell your mom because I'll break your face. I love you. I'll break your face.
My child.
I love you. I'm her aunt.
No, let me verify when I said Kenny Biddle. It's not that I don't like him. I respect him for like he does do he has documentations upon documentation on the documentation of his research and stuff. But it's just that I get so mad when he automatically debunks everything, even from just watching a video or something or sounds, when he's not there with the people when they're doing their investigation. Because
I can't stand them either.
You can see so much on a video and off of an EVP, but unless you're there experiencing it, you can't automatically say, okay, I'm just going to dismiss that, because it's people like him. If somebody actually came out with something really, really legitimate that nobody can debunk, he would still sit there and say, oh, that's full of shit. Like I can debunk it. That's just how I feel about him. And it's good to be a skeptic, but he just carries it, I think, a bit too far. So
I've reached out to him a few times with some evidence to ask some questions.
I don't know.
I don't like those two either, so I wouldn't even think about having them on my podcast.
Well, that's why I was like, there's not many people Mom doesn't like, so I'm like, I'm trying to think, and those are the only two people that I could think of. Like,
it's an actual celebrity
that she doesn't
talked
like
about in the past. Yeah. Now I've known you 2-3 years now.
And she typed it into you, and you don't know who it is?
No, she didn't type it into me.
Oh, you really got me. You got me at my frick. You're freaking my
You're
frick.
Freaking your frick. I'm freaking your freak.
Wait, can you tell us if it's a male or a female?
It's a male.
Okay.
And it is a celebrity.
And you have different thoughts than he does. And you don't agree with anything he does.
Is he in the paranormal world?
No, he's an actual celebrity. Our show isn't going to really be about the paranormal at all. It's an actual celebrity. That's why I'm like, I can't believe that they said yes. Like, this is a big celebrity.
Wow. And I'm not crazy over this person. I've talked about this person.
Not at all.
You put me on the spot then with them. So you're going to set me up.
You've talked about this person. It'll come to you. No, well, I'm setting you up, but I'm not telling you who it is. So yeah, I'm setting you up to know that you're going to go into that podcast fucking pissed, and I probably won't get a word in edgewise.
And I'm going to be there saying, like, how in the fuck did she set this up when she knows that I'm not crazy over this person? Like, what am I supposed to say to this person?
Exactly how you feel.
I'm trying to think of who it could be. What celebrity?
Exactly how you feel.
Male celebrity that I'm not crazy over.
Like a movie celebrity?
TV show.
TV show.
Not paranormal. And no, you cannot bribe me, Kiwi. Because this is going to shock everybody. Like, how the fuck did Angelina get this person on a podcast that they just started 2 months ago? People are going to be like, Angelina?
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. How do you feel about this celebrity?
I like him.
You like him, but I don't.
Mm-hmm. It's going to come to you. And if you text me and you're right, I'm still going to say you're wrong. I'm only going to tell Gabby. If Gabby gets it right.
Do they know that I don't like them?
Absolutely. You've talked about them on your podcast before, on your shows. And I played a clip. And they're excited to do it. It's all in fun. You might end up liking this person afterwards.
We talked about this person on
a TV show male figure.
Which show? Real Talk.
We've talked about so many people.
Was it on Real Talk?
Yeah, it was both of you. Yeah, Real Talk with Diane and Gabrielle.
Is it like one of our like really old videos? Like
it would have to be probably, I think, wouldn't it? Or would it?
Probably from like, well, I'm not going to tell you that because then you're going to go look through your videos. You almost got me. I'm not going to tell you that.
A celebrity.
But you've talked about this person a few times in the past 2 or 3 years that I've known you. Does a guy also do podcasts? No, he's a straight up celebrity.
Huh.
Like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to talk on the show because I might just be like staring at him like, I got you on my podcast.
But you said he's not a paranormal celebrity. He's just a celebrity.
Yep.
Because I was going to say Zach Bagans.
Celebrity.
I was going to say Zach Bagans, Jason Hawes, or Beardo. And
she wouldn't have Beardo on it. It wouldn't be Beardo.
That's why I was like.
And he does paranormal though too, so it wouldn't be.
She said that she likes him. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
and then she said she likes this person. She don't like Beardo.
And that's why I asked.
She said Jason Hawes too. I don't not dislike Jason Hawes, but it's not him.
A TV show, huh? And they do a podcast, or they don't do a podcast? Did you say?
No, they're a celebrity. They're famous.
You really are freaking my freak.
I'll give you a hint. He has been on Saturday Night Live. How many times I don't know, but I know of one. Joe Rogan. That'd be an interesting person to have on our podcast. I love Joe Rogan.
I don't like Joe Rogan either.
And he's humble. He'd probably say, yeah. You don't like him?
Well, it's kind of mixed.
Here we go. Here we go.
Some things that he does, some of his shows that he does, and that I can tolerate him. Some I just find that he just gets nauseating. It's kind of like a hit and miss. It depends on what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And he is a fan of somebody that I definitely despise with every fiber in my body. And we don't.
Who's that?
Who was I talking about earlier today? And I despise with Linda knows everything in my
guy. Pumpkin?
Orange.
The person is orange? Oh, Trump.
Yeah. Rogan.
Who's going to be on our show?
Trump's going to be on our show.
Just kidding. No.
That would be a show. Oh, you know what? I would actually love to be on the show with Trump, because if you want to see me get fired, that would definitely do it.
No politics. No, it wouldn't be Trump.
Yeah, no, that's just it. You wouldn't
go there. He doesn't have a TV show anymore.
Yeah, that's one direction we said we definitely would not go. But yeah, you definitely have me confused.
Yeah, I'm
real confused. What celebrity on Saturday? You said he was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. You haven't talked about him. I haven't heard you talk about him in a while, like over a year. I'll give you. That's the only. I was going to say something else, and I would have gave it away. That's all. I'm done.
I have one more question. Did we talk about him randomly, like just like going off of subject?
Yes, it was a very random, and then your mom went on a rant, and it's more than one time.
Oh,
so something about him gets me fired up. Then apparently,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
He thought it was funny, and he's down for it. I kind of called you out to a celebrity without you knowing.
Yeah.
Your video.
Well, geez, talk about throwing somebody under the bus. Jeez, goodness gracious. Yeah, what am I supposed to say to him if he already knows that I'm not a big fan of his?
You're gonna say exactly what you rant about. Why you don't like him?
She's putting me on the
Message me,
spot.
Angelina. I won't tell. I might, Laura. Maybe I might. I could trust Laura.
People on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, there's so many guests on there.
There's so many. I know. I guess that was a bad. I don't know what else to say without giving it away. I can't say the name. I'll tell you the show's still airing. It's still on TV. I don't watch it because I stream. I don't have cable.
So he has his So he has a separate TV show, but he's appeared on Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm. Think of a TV show and a man on a TV show that you just don't like, and girl, you was going off about him. I caught it in the middle of your podcast. I'm like, who the fuck is she talking about? And I was like, oh, I almost said it. She's talking about him.
Did Gabriella like him too, or not like him too, or what? Do you remember?
She was just listening to you. She's like, are you done now? Pretty much. So can we move on? Can we move on?
I'm boggled. I'm totally boggled. And he knows. He knows that I'm not crazy. He said yes. Sure, I'm going to be on there. I'm going to talk to this chick that just doesn't like me.
You know what I want to do one night on our podcast? I want us to share the Facebook and try to call celebrities and see where we get.
That would be
go to their pages, and then I think that would be fun as hell.
Wow, that would be.
Imagine if they answered.
Yeah. Hey, this is.
Or on Instagram or something. Be like, hey, this is Angelina. I just wanted to say, how you doing? Or this is Diane. Like,
that would be awesome. That would be very freaking cool. Wow.
Crazy
yeah,
stuff.
You got me boggled. I'm gonna have to.
Because I'm starting to think that it's somebody that I don't even know, or I was just like zoning out.
Is this a comedy TV show that this person is this person a comedian then?
They're not a comedian, but the TV show is pretty funny. It's like a 30-minute TV show.
You really
not helping at all.
You really got me.
God, you guys gotta go through your videos.
Wow. I'm gonna have to watch a marathon in my videos, see who got me pissed off.
Because I'm not telling you until the night that he pops on the screen.
No, you said this is gonna be on our first show?
No, it's gonna be
later on.
I think he said September, October is a good time.
Okay. So that'll give me definitely a lot of time to figure out who this damn person is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you've got my mind totally boggled.
I think Gabby will figure it out.
I'm not sure, because I'm starting to think either I don't know this person, or while she was talking about him, I kind of zoned out and wasn't actually listening.
So Gabby just admitted to you she wasn't listening. She doesn't listen to you.
Yeah, she zones out. I'm there like Gabriella.
There's times where I'm either tired or just like, what?
Well, there's a lot. Sometimes there'll be names that come up and she'll say, who was that? Like, who is that? And you don't remember like watching this show and this person was in it. Oh, so that's who that person is. So, but I
won't even be able to advertise it.
Yeah, you won't either.
No. I mean, realistically, we're not going to advertise any of our shows. People are just going to know we go live on Sundays at 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And we don't know what we're going to talk about until right before the show.
Yeah. Or unless Gabriella at the beginning says, okay, tonight your topic is going to be, okay, let's get Mom fired up night.
Yeah.
That'll be the title of that one. Let's get Diane fired up tonight.
I'm going to be looking at Gabby a lot.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I am so confused.
Am I going to get mad at you later on for setting me up like that?
I don't know.
I
mean, you can't get mad at me for setting you up, because I'm kind of already telling you what I'm about to do to you.
Well, you are,
That's not a
but
setup.
it is still set up because I
Laura
don't
said
know
it's
who it
gonna drive
is.
her
And
crazy
it's
all
somebody I
night.
don't like, obviously.
Laura said this is gonna drive you crazy all night.
I'll figure out who it is. I mean, there's only so many. Like you said, it's like a half an hour show, TV show.
I think the show's a half an hour. I don't know. I don't have cable because cable's expensive, so I just stream, and it's a cable TV show on like NBC or something like that. That's so sad. Like I don't even know NBC, CBS. I don't know.
What exactly did I say about this person that I didn't like? Do you remember? Without telling me who it is, but like, did I say what I didn't like? Like, did I find them conceited?
That he's creepy and you think that he does something to children, that he has done something with children. No, it's not Mr. Rogers because he's dead. Oh, it's starting to come to you. I'm not saying no more.
Jackson. Kevin Spacey.
Michael Jackson. So it's time to end the show.
I actually like Kevin Spacey.
I know.
Spacey, but I just
I have a feeling you're gonna pull it out.
You don't want me to pull it out, that would.
You said he's creepy, and something tells you that he's done something with children.
We're gonna have to go back on our videos.
I don't know
and I don't even know if that's a person that I know. Is an old timey person. Like, is he old?
Yeah, he's older. He's older. He's probably around my age. Hold on, let me Google it. $53. 53. He's 53.
And he only has one TV show.
Oh no, he's done a lot of. He has a TV show. He's on a TV show now, but he's been a long time actor since a child.
So he is an actor, though. He's he's
famous.
been in movies.
Like literally, he's famous. Like Will Smith's famous type actor.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's 53 years old.
Yeah, that's what ChatGPT says.
I'll put on there, what 53-year-old male celebrity is creepy?
Damn. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. There's plenty. There's plenty.
Oh my gosh, that is so.
I think it got brought up because Gabby talked about a movie. And you're like, I don't like that guy. He looks like he's done something to children. Something just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, you got me. And he was also, you said, on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, he was a guest on Saturday Night Live. I don't know how many times. I just saw him on there once. I like him. So I'm going to be there the whole time, like, just starstruck. And I don't get starstruck, but him and Janet Jackson, I'm starstruck with it. Uh-oh.
No, I think
Gabby. Gabby. Look at your daughter.
I really, really, really like Janet Jackson. She's one of the Jacksons.
I won tickets to her Rhythm Nation concert, and we won backstage passes. So me and my friends are standing there, and we're in a line. Mind you, I don't know. I was in my 20s, and my friends are talking to her and taking pictures, and I'm just standing there. And she's like, you can talk to me. I'm like, I totally missed the opportunity because I was like,
yeah. I think that would be me because I love her. I absolutely think she's just awesome. Matter of fact, we watched, I can't even remember how long ago, we watched The Clumps. And I just love everything about her. She's so damn cute. She is so cute. Oh, what was that?
My dog.
Was that your kitty?
Sneezing.
Oh.
My dog. She's been under here.
before.
She's been under here farting.
Ew. Did she eat something bad?
I don't know. I gave her good food.
Yeah. Well, we're at almost a 2.5 hour mark.
Gabby.
You need. She said she thinks she found it, but she said that person is saying that they're 54.
Gabby.
That's who it is?
Erase that off your phone. Yes.
Okay.
You don't remember that conversation?
I remember
the thing
it
your
now.
mom said.
That's why I was like, wait a minute. The only person that I could think of is that. And because, wow, it all makes sense now.
Does it make sense now?
You know who it is?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Because I said the same thing about the person. No, he definitely looks like he's the type of person.
Because he looks creepy. He's a creepy looking dude.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm not saying no more. Gabby, good. If she offers you money, I'll offer you more to keep your mouth. Because you went hard on him, Diane. You went hard on him.
I remember that episode, but I don't remember what we were talking about previously to it leading up to that.
That's funny. That's funny. Could I have changed my mind about this person since that time? You don't know? Have I always not liked this person then?
The way you went on him, I don't think you would ever change your mind.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The person I think is you think they're a good actor, but they're just a creepy person, like in general. And he definitely looks like he's...
That's what I thought about Ray Liotta, but he actually, from what I heard, was a truly, truly nice guy. But he always kind of gave off those vibes too. But he is a good actor, and he was. Well, but we know it's not Ray Liotta.
Did you delete it?
I did delete it.
Okay.
Oh, good Lord.
He actually laughed when I shared the part of the video, and he's like, I've gotten this before. People have thought that before.
Well, I loved Ray Liotta when he played in Hannibal. I'm telling you what, his acting in that movie was incredible.
I think we did say in that video that he's probably a very nice guy, but he just gives off the vibes of somebody that's creepy.
So I actually said then that he's probably a nice guy, but he just gives off those vibes.
I'm pretty sure that we did say that it's our opinion that he looks creepy and that we think that he looks like one of those type of people, but he could be a really nice man. We don't even know.
Diane said, I just know he does something to kids. Like, you were adamant.
He does have that look. Yep. Yeah.
I'm real confused.
Laura, I love Ray.
Yeah. Ray Liotta, he kind of always had those vibes about him. But he's just, I'm telling you what, he was a phenomenal actor. I loved him. And like I said, Hannibal, where freaking Hannibal Lecter cut off the top part of his head there. And was actually cutting into his brain. And like, I'm telling you what, he's a good actor.
That's gonna be crazy. I cannot.
She's gonna be a good podcast.
I cannot believe that you got him to come on.
I can't believe it either. I just sent an email trying, and then I got a response back, not from his people, but directly from him. And I will read that during the podcast.
Wow.
I was shitting my pants, like, no way. And I was like, this is no way. This is not you. Call me. I did. There he is.
Wow. Holy shit.
And he really likes to I don't think people know this because he had the conversation with me, but I don't know if people know this, if he ever talks about it. But he really likes the paranormal. So he said what got him to say yes was my email address, Bad2TheBone Paranormal. He's like, it intrigued me, just your email.
That kind of makes sense with the one movie that he was in.
Wow.
Kind of, but it's not like...
Now obvious. You need to get Twin Paranormal to come on our podcast, since you get somebody that, Yeah, I might have a
Mr. Ballin.
And
Mr. Ballin on the podcast.
Peter Laws, reach out to him, say, hey, you got to be on our podcast. I'd love to talk to that guy. And
Palm Beach Pete guy?
No. Yeah, there you go.
That's who I want to get on the show. That's who I want to get on the show so we can sit back and just let Gabby go.
If you get Palm Beach Pete on here, I am going to ask for that damn DNA test that he supposedly took. And I'm going to tell him to take it in front of the damn camera and prove that he is not Epstein, because I don't believe it.
Well, you know what gets her fired up too is one of his last videos that he did. It was almost like, she said almost like he actually watched one of our videos.
It was like our video was sent to him and he was targeting us.
And tell her why.
And the reason that I say that is because I've watched every single video of his since he came out and became this popular person and whatever. And not one of them has he ever said, stay tuned and peace out. But this last one that he made when he was announcing the DNA test that he was going to take, he freaking said, stay tuned and peace out by Palm Beach Pete.
And he almost said it sarcastically too, like he was almost sarcastic in the way he said it. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that is so suspicious.
Laura, check your inbox. I'm telling you who it is.
Diane sending her request.
Laura from Raw Side Paranormal. Check your inbox on Facebook. So if Diane finds out, I know it was either Laura or Gabby.
Or me.
I'm a good secret keeper.
Or me.
And I know Laura is too.
So you don't think I can find out, Elaine?
Look, if you figure it out, I'm going to lie to you and say no.
I know you will, but still, that doesn't mean I ain't going to figure it out.
I bet you. I say,
I don't know if she will. I don't know.
I don't think you will. It's been a while.
And this person, they like, wow.
Abby,
I'm
she knows.
I don't know how she got a hold of
This
them.
person always fires me
Gabby,
up.
text Abby. Gabby, text Abby. Let her know. She thinks she knows.
And this person always fires me
Yeah,
up?
Laura.
Abby figured it out, she said.
I'll tell you what, though. His voice sounds different on the phone than on TV.
Yeah, but everybody's does. Even when you talk to me on the phone, your voice sounds different, and I bet your mine probably sounds different to you.
No.
But we've never talked in person to each other, though, either, so I don't know. Huh.
Abby said she was right. Abby, did she guess it before?
Abby guessed it too.
See, your kids know you, girl. They remember your startup moment.
No, I mean, I all I need to do is retrace in my head, like, okay, who did I talk about? That
all you have to pretty much think is a creepy person that you don't like.
There's a lot of creepy people I don't like.
There's a lot of.
There's one in our office right now. Oh boy.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And it wasn't my idea to not tell you. It was his.
Oh, really?
Oh.
This is why it will not be advertised. I'm pretty sure that he will let his people know. Please do, if you're listening right now, because that will help us with our following.
Angelina, let me ask you this. What did he say to you when you said, well, this person's really not crazy over you and she thinks that you might do stuff?
He said he's heard that many of times.
Oh, really?
Even growing up as a kid, he's heard it since he was a teenager.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. He was very picked on and bullied.
Oh, shit. Well, apparently I like his acting. From what they said, that I really like him as an actor.
Yeah, you like him as an actor, but you don't like him. Like, I don't know if you know him outside of acting and like what he's actually like.
Is it based because did I see him on an interview?
I don't know. I think it's just the way that he looks.
The way he looks and carries himself or something?
Yeah.
Huh.
And all
Diane,
the
stay
rules
surprised. We need to see your real-time reaction, right? Laura says, I know what she means by the vibe. He has that creepy look. It means he's a good actor. I think he's a great actor, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's what she said, that I think he's a great actor, but
the last thing that I'm going to tell you is that he's always like a bad guy in movies. I don't think there's a single movie.
No more hints, Chica. Don't make me get on a broomstick and come up over there.
That's going to be an interesting
leave my broomstick
show.
behind in your butt.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm actually looking forward to that show. Like that excites me because like just the fact that, hey, well, there'll be a celebrity on there. I don't give a shit if I like him or not. It's a celebrity. Like, wow.
So Laura, Gabby, and Abby are the only 3 people besides myself and him who know.
Wow. Gonna be interesting.
And maybe Cactus if she texts me and asks.
Because
I know
you can't tell nobody. You can't tell nobody, even if they figure it out. We don't need this to slip prior to the podcast.
Okay.
Wow.
Because when
well, that's cool.
On the podcast is going to start with my phone call because he made me recall him and start over again so we could record the phone call. First, I'll start with the email, and then I'll go with the phone call, and then he's just going to pop up.
So how exactly did you approach him? What exactly did you say to him?
I just hit up the publicist email that I found and said, hey, I have a podcast that I'm going to be starting, and it's going to be very uncensored and unfiltered. And the lady that I'm doing it with really went on a rant about you one day. So I think it would be funny to have you on our show. And when I got answered back, it was a different email. And he said, this is me. And I'm like, no way. And then he emailed me and gave me a phone number. And I called and he hit FaceTime. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Holy shit. I didn't know what to say. And that will be played. That will be played. And Gabby is going to keep you away from the computer until all that's played. And you're going to just walk in and see him on the screen.
You can't take my phone from me.
Yeah. Consider it a Christmas present.
That I'm going to be honest with you. That's going to be an awesome episode. It's going to be an awesome episode. So I'm looking. I have no clue who it is because there's a lot of people that I think are creepy actors, but they're like, it's the same as we were talking about Michael Jackson. I think he's a great musician and artist, but nobody's going to convince me that he's innocent. I'm sorry. Like you don't want to get me started.
You're right, Kiwi. He does have a good sense of humor. And I think that's why he's doing it. Like, he does.
Yeah, I got to give him kudos for that. If his sense of humor is that good that he would come on a show just purposely to find out, like, hey, there's somebody on here that's not crazy over me.
He's very, very humble, and he doesn't have that actor ego attitude. He's just a normal guy. Is the perception that I got in a 15-minute phone call. Just a normal guy doing a normal job that he just gets paid a lot of money for.
But at least I know I'm not alone on how I feel, because apparently he got this from a lot of people. My feelings. He got them.
But not on a podcast or the internet.
It's definitely going to be interesting.
Great. Just make me feel worse.
Yeah. No, he thinks it's funny. He thought it was funny. He's game. He's game. He's game.
Yeah. So, well, that's cool.
I know a couple other people I want to see that will come on too. Like, I really want to do the Facebook thing and call celebrities and see what happens, or get on Instagram. And can you call people on Instagram? I don't use Instagram.
I don't use it that often.
I don't use it real often. I think you can.
Yeah, I think maybe.
I think you can for some reason.
Okay.
I think
one night maybe I'll like be when we're live. Maybe I'll go live outside and I'll go ding dong DoorDash or dong ding, however you ring the doorbell and run. We're gonna do some crazy shit, girl. How you say ding dong dash ding dong? I don't.
Ding dong ditch.
Ding dong.
Ding dong ditch.
Ditch. Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the whole show's going to be about. Like, we're going to just let it all out.
Yeah, you can call people on it.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of celebrities are you looking for to do that to?
I don't know. Anybody.
Get Selena Spooky Boo on. If she can show up you're not crazy over her.
I cannot stand her.
Okay, I'm going to have to get Selena Spooky Boo. She's going to be over at the Creep It Real Festival. I'm going to have to tell somebody, hey, we have somebody
I cannot stand her. I cannot stand her.
Am I going to have to set you up, Angelina? Angelina.
Look.
Angelina.
If you don't want me to hurt somebody's feelings and make them cry, I wouldn't do it.
Angelina.
Do it.
You're going to have to text me all about it.
Everything about her is fucking fake. The sleepwalking, I think all that shit is fake. I think she is just glad that you're making money, glad that your chosen path is making you money and you're doing stuff, but I don't know. She just, them girls in high school that you look at and you just want to punch them in the fucking face and you don't know why. That's Selena Spooky.
What do you think of her best friend?
I went into Spencer's one time and pulled down this poster when she was doing something with Sam and Colby. I ripped the poster out of the Spencer's window.
Hey, what do you think about Call Me Chris, her best friend?
I love her crime documentaries.
They are amazing.
And I love her husband. Yeah. I love her crime documentaries. I watch them all the time.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Her since her very first video. Yeah. And I get mad when she's hanging out with Selena because she changes.
She was one of them that came out with the Pat Ramsey, that the letter with the A's and everything in that. And after I did some more research on top of that, it said that they were actually matching up the writing, and it did match up with Patsy Ramsey, but they didn't really have enough to really look too much into it. That was just based on that in coincidence with the amount and when that all came out and stuff like that. But that's kind of interesting. I
love her. I love watching her stuff. You know who I really would love to interview? Megyn Kelly and Ashley Banfield.
I was not a big Megyn Kelly fan. I still really am not a fan of hers, but I like some of the things that I've heard her say more recent.
Yeah.
And I'll just put it at that. So
yeah, so we'll just call a random celebrity, like, oh, okay, let's call what's the hell that guy's name?
You talk about the guy you're gonna have on the show?
Nope, I don't forget that name. I don't know. We'll just do random phone calls.
Well, that'd be cool.
I'll make a list before we do that podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that one we'll be able to like promote because we know what we're gonna do. So there'll be some that we'll be able to promote and say, hey, we're gonna do this on the next podcast. Make sure you fucking tune in, or
maybe we can prank them and then try to lure them into coming on our show at the same time.
That's be kind of hard, but like, hey, this is Angelina, and I'm on here with Diane, and we have a podcast. And if we send you the link, can you jump on for a second? I'll say it. You know me. I don't care.
You made it easy with this guy that you're talking about there. You said you didn't expect to get a response, and here he is. Not only you got a response, he's going to be on our show. So who knows?
You made it easy.
Yeah,
you made it easy for me.
Angelina. Well, it is. We're like at 2.5 hours now, and I know you probably
No, Abby. He's gonna be like September, October. He's got a schedule. So
is he still doing the show that you said he does? Does he still do this half-hour show?
I don't know if I know the show is still on TV, but I don't know if it's reruns or not. I don't know that because I don't have cable. I use Netflix and Peacock and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what we do too. We don't have cable either.
So I don't know if it's actually like new episodes all the time or if it's reruns. I don't know. Gabby's checking. Watch out. She's backing up, Gabby. She's backing up.
No, I'm not going to look. I'm
that there is no new episodes.
Okay, so they're reruns.
Yep. I can't tell you the year or anything. So.
Yeah, well. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be cool. It's going to be interesting to talk to somebody on a show that I'm not crazy over about.
Oh, I want to call Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I want to call them on Facebook.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would.
How about Kevin Hart? We need to call Kevin Hart. I bet he'd have a good time with us.
Oh, he would. He would. Be like,
look, I saw your commercial about the credit card, and let me tell you something.
I just watched his movie about, it's called like Night School or something like that. I just watched that movie like yesterday.
Try to get a hold of Mr. Ballin.
Mr. Ballin.
He's one of them that does those stories like Peter Law.
Yeah. I think I've seen his stuff.
I have both his books.
He tells the stories, right?
Yeah. He's been doing tours. He comes out 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a week with new material, and he's millions of subscribers he's got already.
What if I could do you a favor and get you Jeff Belanger on your paranormal podcast?
Oh,
who?
Michelle Belanger.
He was fascinating.
Who?
Jeff Belanger.
Oh, Jeff Belanger. Yeah.
He was amazing. Like before it started, I was there early before it started and helping set up the tables and chairs. And we had an awesome conversation. He doesn't remember meeting me 8 years ago, but we had an awesome conversation. He's a really nice guy. He'd be well worth interviewing. He's a great storyteller. He's got a new book coming out in September, I think. And he's awesome.
Is he related at all to Michelle?
I don't know. Michelle, I don't know.
Well, she's a psychic. That psychic Michelle Belanger.
No, his is Belanger.
Yeah, that's how hers is.
Belanger.
Yeah, I think that's how hers is. Belanger. I think she pronounces it different. I think it's like Belanger or something like that. Belanger. Really let me see.
I don't think so. I don't think they're related. Look up and see if he has brothers and sisters.
Yeah, she spells hers the same way. Belanger, and she said she's an author too. Apparently, she writes books too.
I don't know. You'd have to Google him or ask if she has siblings. So we're going to start Cactus. Diane, let's make our first podcast the last Sunday of the month.
Okay, sounds good.
June 28th. That'll give us 1, 2, 3, because there's 5 weeks in June.
Yeah, that'll work.
I gotta do the sizzle reel. I gotta make the YouTube channel. Yeah, so 28th. The 28th Cactus. You heard it right here. We're starting on the 28th.
I will every time.
Remember, guys, it's not going to be on our channels. We're starting a whole new channel.
And I will keep on saying that on the other side and Real Talk leading up to that, hey, don't forget, guys, Angelina and I have this new show coming up on YouTube. It is going to be YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be called this at this time. I'll promote that on every one of our shows too, leading up to that. So
I'm going to send Gabby the script tomorrow. I'm going to need picture of you, Diane, for our thumbnails. We're always going to have the same thumbnail because people aren't going to know what our podcast is going to be about until they tune in. This is going to be me on the thumbnail.
Maybe that's what we should both do. Like,
this finger always stays up because of my arthritis. It doesn't matter. It just stays up like that. Like, hey, Angelina, why are you flipping me off? I'm not my arthritis.
You probably used it too much, and that's why you got arthritis in it.
I use this hand. Wait, are we talking about the same thing?
We're not going there. We're just going to leave it up with a question mark.
That's for our uncensored show.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
God damn it. All right. We got to get off here now.
Yeah. Angelina, thank you so much for being the most awesome guest ever on here. I'm sure that everybody that tuned in tonight had a blast seeing you. You know what I think of you. You know what Gabriella Abbey thinks of you. We just love you to death. I'm so happy that you decided to come on, and I cannot thank you enough. And we'll talk to you again soon. And I look forward to our podcast.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for watching, guys. Gabby, good guess. Keep the mouth shut, or I will, like I said, fly there on my broomstick and leave without my broomstick because it will be stuck up your ass. Anyway, we out, people.
Yeah,
I love you, girls.
We'll see you next time, everybody, on the other side, and stay tuned again this is Saturday, so it'll be on Tuesday. So with that being said, we'll see ya on the flip side. Bye-bye. On the flip side.